Welcome to Police Marathons, your daily crime stories to fall asleep to. Before we start, drop a comment with what time it is for you right now and where you're watching from. I want to see how far these stories reach across the world. And don't forget to subscribe for tomorrow's marathon.
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
I just went away from home because I live in a family of 15, and my two little sisters right now are chained up.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 17.
When a 911
of 15,
operator for
bro.
Riverside
What?
County receives a strange call from what sounds like a very confused child, she has no idea of the horrors about to be revealed to her. In the very early morning hours of January 14, 2018, a home security camera in Paris, California captures what looks like a young child
2018, this is the
fleeing
Turpin
from what
case.
seems to be
Oh,
a
no.
typical suburban house. The child runs shakily down the driveway before picking up speed once hitting the sidewalk and disappearing from view. This is 17-year-old Jordan Turpin, and though she's been planning for this moment for almost
She's been
2
planning this
years,
escape.
she still has
Oh my
no
God.
idea what she's about to do will change the course of her family's lives forever. Interestingly, another person, this one looking to be older, also emerges from the house and moves quickly down the street off
someone else came
camera,
out too.
though in the complete opposite direction, only to return a few minutes later and re-enter the house. At the same time, Jordan makes it to a corner down the block where she stops beneath a stop sign and, with hands
She
shaking
is so brave
violently,
for doing this
dials
alone.
911.
I just ran away from home.
Okay, do you know where you are?
I'm actually in California, Paris.
Do you know what street you're on?
No.
Do you see any signs or anything, like any
She
street
doesn't
signs?
even know where she
No,
is, bro.
No, I don't.
The operator speaks with her for a minute before realizing this is a matter for the sheriff's department and asks Jordan to hold on 1 second while she transfers her. Jordan agrees and stands, panting
She
in
is
the
so brave
darkness,
for doing
full
this
of
alone.
adrenaline and fear that at any moment her parents will appear out of the shadows.
It's
I never
BHP
go
with the
out.
transfer. She's not sure where she's at. She says that she's in Paris and she ran away from home. Okay. Hello?
She doesn't even know
Hello?
where she is.
Oh,
That's
yes,
how
I'm still
sheltered
here.
she was.
What's your name?
Jordan Turpin.
The operator asks her to spell her last name and Jordan tries, although she misspells it both times the operator asks.
Turpin. Do you need my address?
She can't
Yeah,
even
what's
spell
your
her own
address?
last name,
Okay,
bro.
you gotta give me a minute. It's gonna take a while.
Here, Jordan pauses, taking a couple of deep breaths before doing her best to provide an answer.
I live in. Okay, this is my address. 9257.
She can barely
Case-
even remember her
Did you
own
get that?
address.
Case? Is it C-A-S-E?
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna start over. My address is 925705574. Did you get it?
Okay, so now you just gave me a whole bunch of numbers.
She barely
you didn't
knows her
give me
own
any kind of
address. This is
street name there.
heartbreaking.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're just around the corner from your house, is that right?
Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. I've never been out. I don't go out much, so I don't know anything about the streets or anything.
It's later
She said
revealed
she's
that
17
Jordan
and
has
never been
been to
outside.
school or received any kind of formal education whatsoever, so the fact she's able to offer anything at all is actually rather impressive. The operator asks Jordan a couple more questions
She never
about her
been to school
location
and still
before
gave all
getting to
that
the
info.
heart of the matter.
Why did you leave your house?
What?
Why did you leave your house?
My two little sisters right now are chained up
Where are they chained up at?
on their bed.
Then there are 15
Chained to their
kids?
beds, bro.
There's
This is horrifying.
13 kids, and then a mother and father.
Are you at a corner right now?
I might be.
Are you at, is there a street sign? Is there a pole with two names at the top?
I just need.
She
I
doesn't
just
even
need
know what a
stop
street sign is.
Okay, can you go over and stand right at that stop sign?
Yes.
Shortly thereafter, Deputy Anthony Colaci, at the end of a long graveyard shift, pulls up to the curb, getting out to greet the small, disheveled
Finally, someone
figure
is coming
standing
to help
alone
her.
in the darkness.
Hi, Jordan. Hi, what's going on?
Okay. I just ran away from home,
Okay,
and I live in a family of 15.
okay.
Thank you so much. There's a mother and father, and then there's
She's so brave telling the
13
officer
kids.
all this.
And
How old are the kids?
okay, some of them are like, okay, my older sister's 29, the youngest is 2.
And they all live in the house?
Yes.
Even your 29-year-old sister?
Yes.
yeah, they're kind of scared to ask
A
to move out
29-year-old
because
still trapped in that house.
their mother, some of them have asked for a job before, and she acts like that's crazy and it would never happen. But, my 2 little sisters right now chained up.
How old are they?
Chained up, bro.
11
This is horrifying.
and 14. They're chained up because they stole mother's food.
Uh-huh.
But, okay, yeah. And do you want to know why they stole mother's food?
Why?
Okay. All we ever eat, for probably 2
They
straight
stole
years or
food
3 or
because
more,
they never
but
eat.
we always eat the same things. But sometimes we do eat. I'm sorry if I talk too much. Okay. I've never talked to anybody out there, so I've never been alone with a person, so this is very hard for me to talk.
Despite
She
Jordan's
has
marked
literally
level of
never had a
trepidation,
normal
she continues
conversation.
to divulge as much information as possible, though she clearly struggles to put it all into words. She picks up where she left off with the dispatcher during her 911 call in regards to Turpin family life and how little
She
the
is so
children were
brave for
fed.
opening up like
I
this.
don't know much about my mother. She doesn't like us. She doesn't spend time with us ever.
Who takes care of you?
I take care of myself, and Mother does buy food for us, so she feeds us.
Okay. All we ever eat is
She
blueberry
takes care of
sandwiches.
herself. That's not
Sometimes
being
they
fair.
tell Mother that they're hungry, but she has to give it to them. And then when they throw up, she says, "You're supposed to tell me if you're hungry. I'll give you something." And then they try to tell her, and she just okay, go on. So,
You've never been outside before?
okay, I've been
She has
outside.
never been outside before.
Do you go to
bro.
school?
This is insane.
I haven't finished first grade.
Jordan, having been sheltered from the outside world, is painfully apparent when she concedes that she isn't familiar with the most basic of health-related terminology.
She never even
Does
finished
anybody
first
at the house
grade.
take any
This
kind
is
of
heartbreaking.
medication?
Oh, I don't know what medication is.
Any medicines?
When we have a cold, sometimes we take Robitussin. I don't know. We don't take
She
medicine
doesn't
much
even
when
know the
we're
word
sick.
Right,
medication.
so,
How did do your parents know you left your house?
no, they don't.
Do you take any medication?
What's medication?
Medication?
Yeah, what's medication?
Do you take pills?
She asked,
Do you
what
take pills?
medication is twice?
I
For-
don't think
This
I've
is
ever taken a pill
heartbreaking.
before.
Okay.
Right, I haven't. But,
What about your other siblings? Do they ever go outside?
okay. Mother treats them right. They're they
Treats
go
them
out
right after
every day
everything
when
we
she
just
goes
heard.
out, but she takes turns sometimes. It's 2 right now. But when was 1, was crying, and Mother struck her head with a pencil.
She grabbed her head.
And she just
Bro, this
turned
is evil.
1. And we was noticing stuff, we was did get amnesia? Because she started acting weird after that. And so,
So you don't go to school?
right, I don't go
Do
to
your
school.
parents,
She
do they
never
let
even
you go
finished
outside?
first grade, man. This is heartbreaking.
I've never, we don't even go in the backyard. But the reason I called and the reason I managed to get out here, this is one of the most scariest things I've ever done.
She is so
I'm
brave
terrified.
for doing this.
But I called because my 2 little sisters, they're chained up right now. And they,
Do you have pictures of that?
yes, I can show you. I actually didn't have it, and then one of my sisters told me I need to get pictures. So see? Here, you can look at that.
She had the
See,
awareness
those
to
are the
get
places
proof.
that make it on that. And that's... And see how dirty she is? We are so filthy. We don't take baths. We don't...
Is there a cell phone number
No, that's...
to this?
They
no.
don't even get to bathe,
Can I look at,
bro.
do you have any
This
other
is
photos?
horrific.
You might be able to see it. Yes, those are just photos of me. I have pictures and videos, but they're on my camera, and I have to... That would take forever.
Have you lived in other states?
Yeah, Texas.
Did they act like this when
So
you
this
lived
has been
in
happening
Texas?
across states, too.
They acted different. They actually banned all of their kids in a house, and they left us there for 4 years, and then later they came back and picked us up.
They
But they're
abandoned
living
their own
with us
kids
right
for
now.
4 years.
As the Texan neighbors of the family would later report, the family, who'd moved to Texas in the late 90s, kept entirely to themselves until a decade later, when they apparently fled in the middle of the night without a word of explanation. When neighbors went over to the mobile
Fled in
home
the
to
middle
check
of the
on the
night
dogs
that
that had
tells you
been
everything.
abandoned there, they were shocked and horrified by what they saw. The dogs had apparently been found surviving off the used diapers left amid the other
The dogs were
trash
eating
and
diapers,
feces
bro.
left in the
What?
home, and the doors and refrigerator all bore padlocks and frayed ropes tied to the multiple bare bunk beds. It would later come out that this was where the Turpins had abandoned all but 2 of their children
left their
for
own
at
kids
least
for
3
4
years,
years.
while they themselves lived in an apartment nearby, only coming by once a week to drop off a small amount of food.
Sometimes we live in filth, and sometimes I wake
They
up
left their
and I
kids
can't
alone for
breathe
years,
because
bro.
how dirty the house is. We never take baths. I don't know if we need to go to the doctor, but sometimes we think stuff might be wrong with us, and we tell Mother, and she just says, "Go on."
When was the last
She
time you
just
had a
tells them
bath?
to go on. That's evil.
I don't know, almost a year ago.
What if I went to your parents' house right now? What would they tell me?
I'd be terrified. If you went to my parents' house, they couldn't see me.
How did your
She is
sisters get like
terrified of
this?
her own parents, bro. This is
Your
hard.
parents chained them up?
Yes, because they stole food.
Okay.
But they stole it because they were hungry.
You make sure to save these, okay?
Okay, I will.
Don't get rid of those.
I will. I won't. Yes.
Okay. Can you do me a favor?
Chained
Take a
up
seat in
for
the back of my
eating
car?
because they
We're
were
going to go around the
starving.
corner, okay?
Okay.
And take a seat back here, okay?
By this point, the deputies heard enough. He radios for backup and escorts Jordan to the police
Good,
car
they're
to
finally
be driven
taking
to the
action.
family
Let's
home.
go.
He reassures her she doesn't have to see her parents. On the way over to the house, Deputy Kalachi asks Jordan a few more questions.
Do you have any injuries?
What's injuries?
Are you hurt?
Oh, no.
She doesn't
not
even
right
know
now.
what injuries
Okay.
means.
Are your parents sleeping?
No, they're. Oh, I think they're up. They helped me.
They are
go
about to
sleep.
have a real bad morning.
Have you ever tried to escape before?
Yes, I have.
How much would it cost to take me to Nevada? Nevada? No, not Las Vegas, just Nevada.
She just wanted to get as
Just
far
the
away
border,
as
just
possible.
at the very beginning of Nevada. Yeah. How much would it cost? Huh? No. No, I'm 18. Okay, a couple hundred? I'm not going. I'll take a bus. Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Wait, she said
What
she
happened
was
when you tried
17
to?
earlier.
My parents never tried to. My parents never caught me. But my older sister has run away, and she caught her. And she was, I think, just turned 20.
Yeah.
And her sister caught her and brought her back home, and she got in so
They
much
dragged her
trouble.
back at 20
Has
years
anybody
old.
ever been to your house before to check on your welfare?
My
Like
family?
have any of your other siblings called the cops?
No. They, yeah. Some of them have wanted to, but they're too terrified.
Did you call the police?
I know, I
They
didn't
were all
have
too
to
scared
get a
to
phone
even
yet.
try.
This is the first chance I got the phone back. But I got this phone probably like less than a month ago. But the next chance I got to call and run away was,
How did you get a phone?
okay, it's my brother's phone. He was going to throw it
She had to
away,
plan this for weeks.
and it wasn't used. And so I needed a way to call 911, and I asked my sister, would that be okay? And because we don't know much, and so, and my
Why don't you know much?
Older sister.
Why don't you know much?
We don't go around. Our
They
parents
kept
never
these
tell
kids
us
from
things.
knowing
When we do
anything
stuff with
about the
dogs,
world.
It took forever for us to figure out what our parents does is against the law. We took forever.
And even the 29-year-old doesn't know this?
Okay, the 29-year-old does. She knew it for a long time, but I think she's scared.
The 29-year-old
The sister,
knew and still didn't
29-year-old
help
Jennifer
them.
Turpin, had in fact tried to escape once when the Turpin family lived in Texas, but without any form of education or identification, she was eventually forced to return
literally
home,
trapped
where
her
she
with
was
no way
promptly
out.
punished.
Is there a phone number to that phone?
I don't think there is.
How did you call 911?
Well, you can call 911.
Oh.
I'm sure any phone that, even if it's not connected to something, you can call 911. No matter what.
So your parents, you're 17 years old?
Yes.
She had no idea.
And throughout
you
your
could
whole
even
life
do
you've
that.
never gone to school?
Right. I started first grade 2015 or 2016.
Uh-huh.
But,
How did you start first grade? Oh, in homeschool?
Yes.
And you've never gone to school?
Right.
What else do your parents do to you guys?
She never even got to go
my
to a real
brother's
school.
up too right now.
Why did you decide to leave today?
He was the next chance I got that I could film.
How did you get a chance to get out?
Well, I was actually terrified. My mother was
She was
in the kitchen
terrified of
talking
her
to
own
the-
mother.
To the older ones, and she was laughing and stuff. And I was terrified, but she just got real mad. She just like was doing stuff to my little sister, and I was just like, and she started saying that she was gonna.
This
just
poor girl had to watch
do
all of
stuff
that.
to us, and so I was just so scared, and I just left. I just went out the window. I don't.
So when you left right now, you left out the window?
Yes.
She climbed out
And
the window.
your mom was
This is
awake?
heartbreaking.
When you
She was.
she was in the other room?
Yeah.
Does your dad have a gun? Are there any weapons in the house?
Yes, but they don't use it.
How long have your mom and dad been married?
Weapons in the house with chained up kids, bro.
I don't know. She got married when she was 16.
Jordan is referring to her mother, 49-year-old Louise Turpin. According to both of Louise's sisters, Louise essentially ran away from home with the then 23-year-old David when she was only 16.
She was 16, and
David
he
was
was
from a
23.
highly
That's wild.
respected and influential family in their hometown, and it was for this reason that Louise's parents gave their blessing for the two to get officially married.
Yes.
So all kids have the same mom and dad?
Yes.
According to
13
David's
kids,
parents, the
same
reason he
parents,
and
that is
Louise had so
insane.
many children was down to them both being deeply religious in the Pentecostal faith, though the couple didn't attend a church or even have one near their home.
Does your mom take you to the
Deeply
doctor?
religious, but no church that don't
Not
add
all
up.
the time. There was one time we all went to the doctor, and that's because we were sick. And the doctor told us that if we were one day later, it would have been too late. She always waits for the last minute for everything.
Have the police
One
ever
day
got
later would have been
involved
too
with
late.
this?
That's insane.
Well, why don't you guys just leave the house?
Because we're terrified. We don't really have a way. Everyone's always looking. There's always somebody.
Well, you said your mom's always gone, right?
Right.
They were
So-
literally
Why don't you
trapped
just
in
leave?
there.
Either she leaves one of the older ones there, and our house, it makes a beeping noise.
This
They
beeping noise
literally
was
booby
actually
trapped the
just the low
house.
battery sound from the smoke detectors in the Turpin's home. It seems Jordan is under the impression that this was a signal from some sort of security system. At this point, the other officers pull up to the scene and Deputy Kalachi steps out of the
Finally,
car
the
to direct
officers are
them.
arriving.
It's now
Thank
7
God.
a.m. and the sun has started to rise on this cool January morning when they approach the front door and knock loudly for a couple minutes.
Hi. Hi. Sorry to bug you.
How you guys doing?
Good.
We got a call for a check the welfare here at your house. So
Oh, they finally
check
hit
the
door.
welfare.
This is
So
it.
just basically check on everybody, make sure everybody's okay.
Yeah, why?
Do you guys have kids in the house?
Yes.
Okay, do you mind if we come in and just take a look, make sure everybody's safe and everything's
Yeah,
okay?
go in there and see what they
What
hide in.
kind of call did you get?
Well, we got a call that there was a young female walking around saying that she came from a house over here. We were able to find out that this was a house, and we just wanted to check and make sure everybody was okay.
She came from here?
That's what she said.
From
Oh,
inside
they
this
are
house?
right at the door
Think
now.
so.
It's happening.
Otherwise, we wouldn't be knocking on your
Did
door
she
at
say
Sunday.
her name?
I don't know. Did she say her name?
I don't know offhand, but we
We
need
don't
to
know.
check.
We just
the
need to
welfare.
check and make sure everybody's okay.
You'll notice the officers are careful not to mention Jordan by name to not implicate her to her parents' faces.
Once we get in, make sure everything's okay, we'll get out of your
We
hair.
have a lot where we're packing.
They
Okay,
plan on
okay,
some
that's
smart
fine.
about giving up
No
So
Jordan.
it's a mess in here, so.
All right, that's fine.
We don't mind messes. We've been
But
in
I
worse.
mean,
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay.
Okay,
we
yeah,
were just in bed. I mean, like,
so most
that's
people are right now, so we
Bro,
expect
you were
guys
not
to be
just
back.
in bed.
Okay.
You know
No
exactly
weapons in
what
the
is going
house or
on.
anything like that.
no.
I do have a gun. It's locked up.
Okay, locked up is good. We like that.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're gonna come in and check, okay? We just wanna make sure everybody's okay.
Well, do you have
They
a
have no idea what they're
search
about
warrant or
to walk
anything?
into.
No.
You don't need one, sir?
As the officers prepare to carry out a warrantless search of the premises, they have determined there are exigent circumstances
need a warrant
surrounding
for
the
this
current
good.
situation. Courts will typically look at the time when officers make the warrantless search or seizure to evaluate whether, at that point in time, a reasonable officer at the scene would have believed
Yeah,
it
they
was urgent
definitely
to
had enough
act
reason to
and
go in.
impractical to secure a warrant. Courts may also consider whether the facts suggested that the suspect was armed and planning to escape, whether a reasonable police officer would believe their safety or others' safety was threatened, and whether there was a serious crime involved.
They absolutely had
Police in
reason to
hot
go in
pursuit of
there.
a fleeing criminal may also make use of the exigent circumstances exception. As officers push their way past the corpulent door jamb that is David and ease their way into the large open home, they're shocked
not just
and
call him the door
horrified by
jamb.
what greets them. Every inch of the 2,388 square foot house's floor is covered in mounds of rotting food and moldering trash, while the powerful stench of human waste
Bro, that
hangs
house
in
is
the
a
humid
nightmare.
air. Strangely, there also seems to be several dozen unopened boxes and packages of children's toys and brand new children's clothing complete with tags seen peeking out of the monstrous piles of garbage.
All right. Well, like I said, sorry to bug you guys, but we just got this call. We all we do
Sorry
is
to
we
bug
just
you,
check
bro.
and
They
make
got
sure everybody's
kids chained
okay.
up in there.
And
You got a call?
yeah, we got a call from, I'm not sure if it was the young girl that left or if it was a neighbor that saw her walking around the street. So we'll get to the bottom of it. As soon as we make
Smart
sure
not
everybody's
giving up
okay,
Jordan's
then we'll,
name.
decide, we'll figure out if maybe she was one of your kids that wandered away. How many kids do you have?
13.
13 total?
Yeah.
Woo! You guys are busy.
Yeah.
Officers head to the back of the house to the children's bedrooms, two tiny
13
back
kids
rooms,
living in
the
that
first
filth,
crammed
bro.
with narrow bunk beds, but otherwise empty, and the second, which is crammed with both bunk beds and a filthy mattress, which is sitting on the floor with two little girls sitting listlessly on top.
Hi, sweetheart.
Those poor babies,
Hi, girls.
man. This is heartbreaking.
Can I see your wrist? Yeah.
Which one?
Okay.
The officers believe they found the room featured in Jordan's phone pictures, but there's
So
only
Jordan
one
was
thing
telling the
missing,
truth the whole
actual
time.
chains. The children, obviously frightened and wary of the strangers, give no answers, though eventually one does point them surreptitiously to a sliding closet door. Meanwhile, Officer Ogden
kid
is
is
still by the
pointing
door
them to
with
the
David and
chains.
Luis, distracting them with questions and small talk.
Where are you guys planning on moving to?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma?
Yeah.
That's a long way away.
Yeah, it is.
You guys know family over there or anything
No,
like that?
my job is moving me.
Oh, okay. What do you do
We're
for
about
work?
to run, bro.
I'm an engineer.
Finally, as his eyes have adjusted to the gloom, Officer Ogden notices something to his left and suddenly realizes David Turpin may have had a reason to
What
be
did he
awkwardly
see?
standing in that particular spot in the entryway.
Is this another bedroom back here? You got another couple kiddos asleep there?
Yeah.
Sarge, you got another room in the front right here with two kiddos in the bed.
Officers enter the previously
was blocking that
unnoticed
room
third
on purpose,
bedroom,
bro.
where they find a boy who is chained by his wrists and ankles to the top bunk bed. Back in the girls' room, Officer Rodriguez slides open the closet door and looks inside.
What is behind that closet door, bro?
All right. Let's just go ahead and detain the parents at this point.
Yeah.
Ma'am, why don't you step over here for a minute? Okay, with you. And sir, step over here for a second. Just step over with my partner here for a second. You got any weapons on you?
No.
Turn around real
Get
quick.
them
I'm gonna
both
check
in
you
cuffs
out.
right now.
Do me a favor, face that window over here.
Over this way?
Yep. All right, sir. Go ahead. I'm gonna have you turn over here. We're gonna walk outside. All right.
Can I get my house shoes?
Where's your shoes at?
There.
Bro,
Luis,
you
know
are
if they're in
getting
the-
arrested right
We'll
now.
have to find them for right now. Let's just walk out and we'll get you something. All right.
In the bedroom or the.
All right. Well, we got the other stuff we're dealing with, and we'll try to find you them. Okay.
Bro is asking.
You don't have any weapons right here.
Really?
Nothing hidden in the bra or
No,
anything. Okay, just making sure because we have some people that do that, so we just want to make sure.
Like I said, I've never been in trouble.
Okay.
Never been in trouble,
This is
she says, while
the
her
first
kids are in
one.
chains.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I don't understand.
I'll explain everything as
That's
soon as
fine.
we make sure everybody's safe. Okay. Now let me ask
Make
you
sure everybody is safe now.
Yes.
That's rich.
quickly: are there keys to the little locks?
Yes.
Okay. Where are they?
My son and daughter can get them.
Okay.
That's
so
in the house.
the ones that are in the house, they know where they are.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Is that what this is about?
Well, that's part of it. Yeah,
Is that what
definitely.
this is about?
We need to make
She
sure that
knows
the kids are
exactly
safe
what
and
this
that
is
they're
about.
not tied up.
I know,
So,
that's understandable, but I can
hey,
explain that.
this is mine. So go ahead and put her in that one.
While the parents are being detained, officers still inside the house begin a
Good, get
desperate
them both out
search
of
to
there
find
now.
the key to free the chained child.
Does it work on his?
I know. The other one, that's what I was saying. The other one is in there. It looks different than that, but it's the same size. It's in the drawer that I was in.
She knows exactly where the keys are.
In And finally, the young boy is freed. All 13 of the Turpin children were immediately taken to the hospital to receive treatment for their severe malnutrition and other injuries. Their ages were officially determined, and though all had the overall appearance of children under 18, more than half of them, in fact, were actually adults between the ages of 18 and 29. The 28-year-old weighed only 82 pounds at the time of rescue, and all of the children suffered cognitive impairment and nerve damage from the consistent lack of food. Investigators would learn that food was something the children were psychologically tormented with, as the parents would buy large food items, such as whole pies, then leave them out for the children to look at, but not eat. As it turns out, the unopened toys investigators saw around the house on the day of the rescue were bought for the very same reason. Investigators would also discover that none of the children were educated, and indeed, none would claim to have knowledge beyond that of an average third grader. David Turpin had filed documents with the county claiming he was running a school out of his home for children, but this was later proved to be completely false. The most they did was inform the children as to what grade they were supposed to be in, on the off chance a stranger asked them during one of their few ventures outside. With the oldest daughter Jennifer explaining, they love to point out things in Deuteronomy saying that, "We have the right to do this to you. I was afraid to do one little thing wrong." When interrogated by authorities, both parents were completely unwilling or unable to come up with a single viable reason for why they treated their children this way. And Louise even seemed confused by the questioning. She later wrote this letter to her children from her jail cell. It reads, "Father and I love you so much. We're so sorry for everything we've done wrong, and now realize that we had done some things wrong. Things will be so different in the future. The way you eat and outside time and baths will be done more regularly. I'm sorry this had to happen, but our future as a family will be so much better and stronger. We hope to see you guys soon. Love and kisses, Mom and Dad. I promise there will be no chains in the house again. That would never happen again. I'm so sorry. I love you so much and hope to see you soon." David had something different to say. In a statement to the court, "Your Honor, I thank God for all of my children. Each one of them is a blessing from God. My homeschooling and discipline had good intentions. I never intended for any harm to come to my children. I'm sorry if I've done anything to cause them harm. I'm glad that we were able to resolve this case without my children being forced to testify. I love my children, and I believe my children love me. I hope and pray that my children can stay close to each other and look out for each other since their mother and father cannot be there for them and with them. I hope the very best for my children and their future." When it came time for the children to give statements to the courts, one defended her parents. Joy Turpin, 21 at the time, had this to say, "I want the court to know that our parents loved each other and loved each of their children. They felt that God blessed them with all their children, so they kept away from the world and trusted God would guide them through life. Through the years, things became more and more overwhelming, but they kept trusting in God. I remember our mother sitting in her recliner and crying, saying she don't know what to do. She didn't want to use rope or chains, but she was afraid her children were taking in too much sugar and caffeine. Our parents didn't know we were malnourished. Our parents decided to start homeschooling all their children. I believe our parents were afraid to put us in public school for many reasons. I feel like 25 years is too long of a sentence. I believe with all my heart that our parents tried their best to raise all 13 of us, and they wanted to give us a good life. The oldest child, Jennifer, gave a statement that seems much more in line with the other children who gave interviews to the press. I'm in college now and living independently. I love hanging out with my friends, and life is great. I believe everything happens for a reason. Life may have been bad, but it made me strong. I fought to become the person I am. I saw my dad change my mom. They almost changed me, but I realized what was happening. I immediately did what I could to not become like that. I'm a fighter, I'm strong, and I'm shooting through life like a rocket. In April 2019, David and Louise Turpin were both sentenced to 25 years to life in prison, where they remain to this day. As for the Turpin children, once their parents were arrested, they were split into two groups, with the adults being placed in supportive care and the underage children being placed into foster homes. This should have been where their story ended, as the children were now free and should have been safely on the road to recovery. But unfortunately, in 2022, the 6 younger Turpin children filed a lawsuit against both Riverside County and ChildNet, a private foster care agency, alleging that they were knowingly placed in inhumane foster homes. At the time of this video, a resolution to this lawsuit has not been made. The adult Turpin children didn't entirely escape hardship at the hands of the county either. Tons of support flowed in from all over the country after their 2018 rescue, with money from the donations alone totaling $600,000. However, the money was placed in a trust and the children were allegedly unable to obtain funds from the court-appointed guardian of the trust upon request. It wasn't until ABC's 2020 investigated and aired a special on the case that, according to Jordan, people started listening and doing their jobs, and the money was distributed to the Turpin children. This eerie footage of 98-year-old Margaret Douglas was taken just moments before she was murdered.
I touched it, it was cold, felt clammy, but felt like styrofoam.
Wait, they showed her on camera right before that happened.
Oh my God.
That woman was 98 years old. And it's my son.
The police in Wadsworth, Ohio never could have expected that their investigation into another local crime would lead them to the key to solving the mystery behind her death and the nightmarish things that were done to her body afterwards. The deranged motive behind the unthinkable crime would leave the offender's family, as well as the police, in shock. The nightmare started when a man called the police to report that his car had been stolen. Much of what he reported was a lie, but would still lead to a truth so disturbing it would stick with the investigators for the rest of their careers. When police brought a 17-year-old Gavin Ramsey into the station on April 13, 2018, to talk about breaking curfew and the increase of crimes in his neighborhood, they had no idea what they were getting into. Gavin was accompanied by his mother, Chris, and the police informed them both that he was not under arrest and could leave at any time. Some of the following footage has never been seen before.
Never been seen
Gavin,
before.
does your mom know why you're here?
Deep.
Well, he said he climbed on top of the church. Yeah. So there's got to be more to that story because I wouldn't be going down here and picking up at school if that's what he did.
The police were already well acquainted with Gavin.
Know something is up.
Lately, he appeared to have made a habit of going out at night to get up to all manner of mischief. This time, Gavin told a story about secretly meeting up with his friend, Braden.
We weren't really doing anything. Then we went over to the church and climbed on top. And then we went into the
Climbing
courtyard.
on top of a church at night, bro. Come on.
No, you did more. Unfortunately, you guys have left behind some very telling items. Okay, if we're gonna get to the bottom of this, let's just make it the truth all at once and deal with it and get it done.
You're 17.
Yeah, you're a kid, so you're not looking at as much trouble.
The officer might come to regret this comment once she uncovers the full extent of Gavin's crimes. For now, all the police knew was that Gavin had been out after his curfew, but that was barely scraping the surface. Since he was staying rather tight-lipped, they also attempted to get the story from his friend, Braden.
Your phone.
Yes.
Where do you think you
Oh,
left
they
it?
going to Braden. Now smart move.
That I have no idea.
What were you doing last night?
Just out walking around. I forget the officer's name, but somebody stopped me and I talked to him for a little bit.
Bro, they're questioning everybody now.
Looking for somebody.
Who were you walking around with?
Nobody.
There was a very good reason the police were out looking for someone. They had no idea how close they'd come to catching their culprit that night.
So the cops literally talked to Braden that night and let him go.
Would you be surprised if I told you that there was a lighter with your phone?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
Gavin and Braden had a problem. In addition to the phone and lighter left at the church, the police also had security footage of the boys. When Braden was confronted with this, his story changed.
If you just want to be honest with me, that would be great. And if not, I can just say that you said you were nowhere near and...
They got the footage, bro. Just tell the truth.
Okay. I appreciate, I guess, the straight upness. I do, honestly. I was out with a friend. We were just messing around, and I'm not exactly sure what church that is, but we decided to get up on top of the roof, and then we dropped down to see if one of the doors were open, and then it started a silent alarm. Not really silent. We heard it. we saw an officer walking from the church, and then we ran from him.
So
they literally ran from the cops that
green
night.
lighter then, or yours?
Green lighter, that would be Gavin's.
When he found out Braden was talking to police, Gavin confirmed the story about the alarm. This would be the first in a series of confessions he would make over the coming days.
I didn't even know what was going off because we were over by the windows and they were already cracked open. And like we were just messing with them.
Messing with
like,
the
they
windows,
were honestly cracked
sure,
open.
just messing
I'm not
around.
lying anymore.
This immediately raises the question of what else Gavin had lied about.
You'd think that would be enough to scare the bejeebies out of you and go home. Were you guys going to hide in the trailer?
No.
What did you do with
What
the
were
trailer?
they really doing out there then?
I poked my knife behind like the little seam in it and popped it out.
Why were you guys going to go in there?
I don't know. We honestly had nothing to do. And me and Braden together, we know it's not good, but I don't know.
Who said we know it's not good? Like, yeah, no kidding.
According to Gavin's mother, her son wasn't supposed to be hanging out with Braden. This restriction didn't appear to have the intended effect, but that would soon be inconsequential compared to what else Gavin had been up to.
You guys do anything else in the area?
No.
So you guys didn't go into any cars? You know what? It would make me feel a lot better now if it was just the two of you that went into the
They
cars.
definitely went into cars.
Yeah. You know, because of the other issue in the area. I'm sure.
I didn't even know there was a car issue there.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You guys didn't. Now would be the time to tell, okay? Because we processed the cars, we did fingerprints and DNA. He's been in trouble.
They got the evidence, bro. It's
you
over.
were with him at Central Intermediate School?
Yes.
So your DNA is on file as well. So that's all going to come up. If it's you guys, for goodness sakes, it's just rummaging through cars and nothing was even taken that they could tell. We've had a lot of goings on in the neighborhood
We are
lately.
slowly building up to something way
And
worse.
probably more than the general public is aware. That's
I'm
for
sure. I'm sure.
More than one incident. Yeah, so more than one incident. So,
Okay.
unfortunately,
They are slowly closing in
we're
on it.
trying to see if, they're all related.
Right.
The most extreme recent crime in the area came to the attention of police just a week earlier when they received a troubling call, which would kick off a case more
no, this is
disturbing
about to
than
get
anyone
way
could have
worse.
anticipated. At first, they never imagined it was connected to Gavin's nighttime mischief, but would come to find that the cases were inextricable.
Roger, police.
Yes, this is Howard Leisure. My aunt lives on Portage Street.
Wait, so this is about that
and
98-year-old
a friend of ours
lady.
stopped over there yesterday to check on her, and she was nowhere to be found. We didn't know if you'd found anybody wandering.
No, we don't have any reports of anybody wandering.
We can't find her in the house anywhere. He went in the house and looked through
So
the whole
that's
house.
the
couldn't find her.
98-year-old woman
We
from
don't
the
know where
beginning.
she's at. She's 98 years old.
Did she live there by herself?
She lives there by herself, yes.
What's her name?
Margaret Douglas. And she never locks her house.
Okay.
She doesn't drive. She doesn't have a
Wait, she
car.
never locks her
and I
house?
checked with
That's the connection.
What relatives I had phone numbers for, and nobody's heard from her or picked her up. So.
Okay.
This was obviously worrying, but Margaret's disappearance would only become more harrowing
already
as the
told us
search
she was
got
murdered,
underway.
bro. This
When the
is about to
police
get
were
dark.
chatting with Gavin in the first of two interviews, they attempted to uncover what else he might have gotten up to on recent nights.
I'm guessing this isn't the first time yet.
Well, no, like we've snuck out in the past before.
Yeah,
but
obviously not the first time, bro.
since I've got in trouble, this most recent one, like without the law, I haven't really snuck out at all.
When was this recent time that he got in trouble on?
He has not had any freedom at all. I mean,
Yeah,
he literally
I bet
goes
he
to work
hasn't
and
had
home
freedom, sure.
probably 3 months because he makes bad choices, and we don't want that for our kids. So he literally
They
has no
tried to
life.
keep him in line, but it was too
At least
late.
that's what Chris thought. She clearly had no idea just how busy her son had been. Police had unwittingly started the process of uncovering the truth of Gavin's
She had no
activities
clue
the
what that
previous
boy was
week
doing.
when talking to Margaret Douglas's nephew, Howard. Desperate to find his aunt and willing to help in any way he could, Howard and his wife Cindy went to the police station to answer questions.
So when was the last time you guys were there?
Okay,
That was,
so they're
I'm
piecing
thinking
together
that
the
it was a
timeline
Tuesday
now.
in March 27th, I think it might have been.
anything that anybody said.
It set off an alarm? No.
No.
Margaret bothered no one. That's why it's so just horrible. She would keep him hard sleep.
A 98-year-old woman living alone never locks her door, bro.
David called us.
David, who had grown up next door to Margaret and her late husband, was the couple's friend and caretaker. The police would need to talk to him too, sooner rather than later.
Talk to everybody
During Gavin's first interview, things got progressively more disturbing as well, but police could never have guessed that his tale would eventually become a full-blown horror story.
Did you rummage through glove boxes or anything?
A full-blown horror story, bro. What did this kid
and
do?
You didn't take not even change or anything?
Maybe like 50 cents, but other than that, seriously nothing.
Okay.
What'd you do if someone did that to my
Bro,
car?
you were literally rummaging
Like,
through
that is
cars.
so upsetting and scary.
I understand that, but it's really their own fault for not locking.
No, I don't lock mine half the time. Because
You lock yours every time.
it's not the point. It's not yours.
Gavin's crimes would only escalate from this point on.
Bro. He already
The previous
broke into
week,
cars.
with no
What else
idea
did this
that they
kid
were
do?
working on a connected case, the police met with Margaret's friend David. What he told them would prove to be invaluable, though it was far from reassuring.
David knows something.
And I came up Sunday, and on 3:30 or 5, somewhere around there, and there were 3 newspapers on the front porch. So I knocked on the door and then opened it. She never locked her door.
She never locked her door,
Was it
just
common
like they
knowledge
said
that her
earlier.
front door was not locked?
I don't think so. I know we never told anybody. I wouldn't want anybody to know something like that, you know.
David walked through every room in the house, including the basement, but couldn't find Margaret. Where she
So
was
where the hell is
ultimately
she
found would sicken and outrage everyone who cared about her. During the first conversation with Gavin, which took place a week after Margaret's disappearance, it became obvious that he'd been up to far worse things than he initially let on.
We had a carjacking,
Oh my God.
and the suspect is a young white
Wait,
male
carjacking too? This kid
with
is
a
escalating
nice
fast.
complexion and blue eyes. Is that you?
No, it's not me. I wouldn't know the first thing about jacking a car.
The proximity of the crimes was more than slightly suspicious, and the police
we all
likely
know it
believed
was you,
Gavin
come on.
was still holding back. They had unknowingly drawn closer to the heart of Gavin's dark secrets when Margaret's friend David recounted not being able to find her. Little did anyone know that this would be the lead-up to a stomach-churning discovery.
Is right.
Well, I
This
called
is about
Howard
to
and
get dark.
nephew to see if they came up, because they come up and take grocery shopping every 2 weeks, like or salt. See if they took grocery shopping. He said no, they hadn't.
When Howard still couldn't reach Margaret the next morning,
nobody knew
he
where
went
she
to the
was this
house
whole
in
time.
person. Meanwhile, David also called some of Margaret's other friends and neighbors, but they hadn't heard from her either.
And this was all on Sunday?
Yeah. And then,
Were you making those calls on your cell
They're
phone?
doing everything they can
no, I
to
made
find
it
her.
on her phone there
On her phone?
on the desk. It's the old style phone.
Oh, the rotary phone?
Yeah, the rotary phone.
Okay.
Yeah, and I call on that.
You don't want to use that digital phone?
A rotary phone,
Well,
that's how
it
old
wasn't
school
in
she was.
bracket
Okay.
where she kept it.
The missing phone would also turn out to have shocking implications, along with a few other seemingly innocuous observations
phone
made
is
by
gonna tie
Howard
back
and
to
his
Gavin.
wife.
I know
I
it.
know we weren't able to find her wallet and checkbook. Can you describe her wallet to me?
Her wallet is red. It's about, I would say rectangle. I would say
The wallet,
maybe
the phone, everything is missing.
4 inches in width.
Do you remember the location of the heater when you were there?
Oh yeah, it was right smack in front of the closet door.
Okay.
And actually that thought
The
hit my
heater was
mind
blocking
when
the closet door.
when they asked me to look for her coat. And I went over there and I thought, why did Margaret put that heater in front of the closet door?
The odd placement of the heater would come up again later. Perhaps the strangest thing was a
heater was
jar of
hiding something
blackberry
in that
jam
closet.
in Margaret's living room. There would turn out to be a sick reason it was there, but nobody knew that yet. Gavin's second interview, however, would eventually tell all.
The jam broke.
After
What is
searching the
jam
house
about?
twice and finding no sign of Margaret, Howard and Cindy decided it was time to call the police. When they arrived, Howard helped them search the house yet again, which is when the case took a turn. During their first conversation with Gavin, the police brought up
Here
the
we go,
terrible
first
results
conversation
of
with
that
Gavin.
search.
There's no reason for me to fluff anything up.
Nope.
And I'm sure you guys know about the elderly woman that was found.
Oh my God, that was horrifying. That was
Bro, he says horrifying, like he wasn't involved.
It is horrifying.
Did you know her at all?
No, other than just to see her out, like on a porch. That actually makes me want to cry. Like, how do you get to be 98 years old? Nobody lives to be 98. It's so rare. And someone else thought that that was okay.
And now he's
Like,
fake
how does
crying.
that? I don't know. Like, why does your life end like that?
That's right. Margaret lived just around the corner from Gavin. Tragically, she'd been found deceased. She'd been strangled and her body hidden inside her own home. But the most horrifying facts of what was done to her
Strangled
body
a
after death
98-year-old
were
woman,
not yet
bro.
known. The answer of who was twisted enough to commit such a crime would hit far closer to home than anyone anticipated.
And then I'd get all scared. I'm like, oh my God, I have all my porch lights on now at night. I have
You lived
stranger
around the
danger
corner and
issues.
you're scared now.
The irony of Chris's stranger danger issues would not be lost for long.
I can't imagine you doing something like that. I just interacting with you this little bit. I can't imagine that's in your wheelhouse.
No.
But there was so much about Gavin that nobody knew, including his capacity
Yeah, there
for
it is.
unspeakable
What were they
cruelty.
hiding?
I asked, did you get put in a bad situation? Did somebody put you in a bad situation? No.
Gas, let's look at it this way. Honesty is always what's best.
I'm not
They
holding
already
anything
know, bro.
back.
They already know.
You've already gotten yourself in trouble, so.
I know, and I don't even. I don't know what to say.
Is there more? Because you know it always
No,
comes out.
it's not that there's anything more. It's what the.
Bro, you are absolutely holding something back.
That's why I always told you kids, what happens in the dark comes out in the light. That's the way it works. You mess up, you get caught. You make bad choices, you're going to pay for it. So if there's something else, let's get it all out on
Everyone
the
knows
table
this kid did
so
something.
that we know what we're dealing with.
It's not anything else. It's. I don't know. I'm mad at myself. I'm so mad at myself.
What are you so mad at yourself for?
I was 16 there, yeah. Felony, like 5 misdemeanors, and now I'm gonna be in more trouble. I have to go back
what
to
does
court.
that even
And
mean?
I'm done
More
with
trouble?
it. I'm so done with it. I'm costing them thousands of dollars. Constant heartbreak. I've honestly probably never made either of them proud. I don't do anything good.
Stop cussing.
You didn't
No,
take
bro.
anybody's
Don't
car?
play the victim card right now.
Have you ever used an app called Grindr?
No,
How do you feel about gay people?
I'm not gay.
Oh, well, that's okay. But they don't bother you?
No, nobody bothers me.
Oh, they are definitely going
This
somewhere
might
with
seem
this.
like a strange line of questioning, but there's a very good reason the detective is asking this question. It likely evoked a feeling of dread for Gavin, as it means that the police know far more than they've been letting on. Earlier, the police kept trying to determine what could have motivated
setting him
someone
up
to
this
kill
whole time.
Margaret in such an atrocious manner.
So you guys didn't argue?
No.
She wasn't upset about anything? And you can't think of anybody that would want to hurt her or that would gain any?
The detective once again pushed
They know
harder for
exactly who
answers
did
from
it
Gavin,
already.
leading him to make an unexpected request.
Is there something else you need to tell us? What's upsetting you so much?
Nothing.
The detective clearly hit on something.
Honestly,
He knows they got the Grindr receipts.
What's that? You two actually, so I can talk to her. Yeah.
Sure.
Knowing what had happened to Margaret, Gavin's mother was likely terrified of what her son didn't want to say in front of her. As it turns out, she had good reason to be concerned. Gavin was also unable to hide his emotions in the interrogation room, but this didn't stop him from giving the detective at least one of the answers she wanted, finally addressing the previous question about meeting up with someone from Grindr. But this was only one of the many secrets she would convince Gavin to spill.
The car jack thing, it was me. I'm going to be honest about it, but the way that he explained it, that guy, that's not right. That Grindr thing, yeah, I have been on it. And this guy was like the first time that this happened, and I told him, like, I was 17 and everything, and I wasn't planning on doing anything. He told the guy he was 16, bro. This is bad. Not my style. I was just, like, he's a 40-year-old man trying to get with a 17-year-old, so I was just gonna rob him. It's still messed up, but against what he's doing, I don't really think it is.
Bro is really trying to justify robbing someone right now.
The carjacking thing, I never even left Overlook. I literally, I got in, and he's like, what, should we go to the back seat? I'm like, yeah, sure. So he got out. I sit and locked the doors, and hopped in the driver's seat and just drove around.
So he literally just stole the car like that.
Do you have his wallet?
No, that's because I kept asking him. I cracked the window of the car, because he walked up, doors go out, everything.
Bro is describing this way too casually.
And he's like, I don't have it. So then, I opened his glove box and all that. And I'm like, well, show me your pockets. And he's like, I don't have it, but can I have my phone? I'm like, no. And then I turned and he tried to grab the window.
So now someone tried to grab him too.
I gassed it and he walked, and that's when he left Overlook. And then I went up to where the dumpsters are, you know where that white van is? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's...
Bro is giving way too many details right now.
Gavin added that he threw the man's phone out the window shortly before he abandoned the car, then blocked the man on Grindr. Believe it or not, all of this would be connected to Margaret's death in the coming days.
I don't even have the app.
Wait, how does stealing a car connect to killing a 98-year-old?
I didn't want to say that in front of my mom.
Are you gay?
No, that's not it. I didn't have any plans to do anything.
Bro, you were literally on Grindr.
He's thinking what's going to happen.
I mean...
Was there an act that you guys agreed upon?
Not really, no. Just, NSA. I didn't even know what that meant, but it means no strings attached.
Okay. Did he touch you at all?
The detective is really pressing him on this.
Why were you on that app?
Really, just for that reason, to find guys that are that low of people, I guess.
That want to get with kids.
Mm-hmm. It's karma, really.
Bro, you are not some vigilante who robbed a man.
Then I'm gonna rob you.
The carjacking would be completely overshadowed by what else Gavin had done. The police got a hint of the madness to come while searching Margaret's home, though they couldn't have imagined the nightmare they had uncovered.
You didn't hurt that old lady, did you?
No, and that's what I was pissed about earlier.
Bro, we already know you did it. Just stop.
What were you pissed about?
Because there's actually people accusing me of killing the girl. And that's, I just said some dark stuff and everything. And
what dark stuff is he about to say?
I don't know, people know. I'm a dark person, I guess, but I'm not gonna go kill somebody. It's not like that. But the people at the they're like, oh, you killed her, didn't you? I really feel like you did. I'm like, no, I didn't.
Bro, the videos, the dark stuff you mentioned earlier, this is not looking good.
It's making me really mad. It really is.
There's no reason that we would find your DNA inside her house because we swabbed the hell out of that house.
You shouldn't.
Oh, they swabbed the house. This is about to be
What do
over
you think
for
should
him.
happen to somebody that does that?
The kill someone?
Kills a 98-year-old woman.
I don't know. I think eye for an eye is the best way to go. That's how I look at things. Eye for an eye.
I mean, if it makes you feel better,
Bro,
I will
he is
give them your
literally
name
telling on
and let
himself
them know
right
your
now.
DNA is on file, and they can rule you out. Okay, when we get a DNA profile. Would that help you?
I mean, what, for like the lady?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that doesn't bother me.
Braden's DNA was also on record and would be
so Braden
compared
was
to
in
the
that
crime
house too.
scene. Howard, Cindy, and David all agreed to provide the police with DNA samples and fingerprints so they could be ruled out as suspects.
I'm sure your mom's standing out there freaking out.
Yeah, she probably thinks I'm confessing
Yeah, his
to
mom
murder.
definitely knows something is
Been in
off.
here so long.
Just 3 days later, this remark would be cast in a chilling new light.
Where would you even hear about an app like that?
3
Why
days
would
later,
you even
bro,
do that?
what did they
I don't
find?
know. Like I said, Mom, I don't know why I do anything that I do.
That sounds all vigilante crazy to me. That's what that sounds like. So that will get forwarded also, and then God only knows what
Yeah,
that
that
charge is
vigilante
gonna look
story
like.
ain't fooling nobody.
Do you see how all these horrible things kind of tie together?
Yeah.
And you start to get pretty worried about what's happening, especially with the escalation of.
Yeah.
So, if there's something else or somebody else that you know is out there doing
Know
stupid
where this is
crap,
going.
Yeah.
can keep it on the down low. Your name won't cross my lips, but I need to get to the bottom of what happened to this poor woman.
While Gavin assured the detective that he'd
This
told her
detective is
everything,
not letting up
the bulk
good.
of his secrets had not yet been spilled. Unaware of what her son had done, Chris permitted the police to search Gavin's phone. With that, they left the police department. When it came to the phone, the investigators
phone
were
is about
mainly
to
looking
reveal
for anything about the carjacking. Instead, they found something completely unexpected. It was awful enough that 2 detectives rushed to the Ramsey house to place him under arrest. Take note that he was made aware of his Miranda rights as soon as
They
he was
found
seated in the
something worse
police
on that
car.
phone.
When you had your mom leave the room the other day, were you going to tell me this?
No, this was the carjacking thing. I thought about it, but I didn't know what to do.
Did you know I'd be coming to see you after
He
we
thought
got your
about
phone?
confessing and chickened
I
out.
figured. As soon as I heard the knock on the door, I honestly, if my boots were tied, I think I would have ran.
When the detective ushered Gavin into the video-recorded interrogation
about to
room,
run, bro.
his distress was obvious.
I'll be right back in, okay? You sure I can't get you a drink?
He is completely falling apart in there.
I know telling me about it doesn't give you much relief.
The detective trying to ease him into talking.
Just seems in fact that it ruined my life.
We can't go back and change it.
No.
At this point, we just have to figure out what's going on.
You ruined way more than your life.
And you didn't take anything from the house. Like I said before, it doesn't make a difference either way.
I mean, what other crime could I commit that would really
Bro,
matter?
you killed a 98-year-old woman. What do you mean? What other crime?
Grandpa? Think you're breathing? Feel more comfortable laying down then?
place was it?
It's up to you guys.
You mind?
I don't mind. I'm not worried about
I'm a
you.
little more comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
Once Gavin was uncuffed, the detective set about filling in the specifics of the
unccuffed him after
gruesome
all
yet
that.
patchy tale Gavin shared on the drive to the station. The truth was about to come out once and for all, but each detail would make it more horrific than anyone could have imagined.
Did you go in the house initially just to steal something?
Just honestly, all I did was I wanted the adrenaline rush.
Oh, I just go into a
Adrenaline
house.
rush. Bro, you killed a 98-year-old woman.
I think that's why I broke into the cars and stuff. Because there's that risk factor. And all I've ever done is take risk because that's when
Bro, you killed a 98-year-old woman for adrenaline.
That's your drug, adrenaline?
Yeah, like, I don't know, nothing feels wrong with me. When I have adrenaline, it's like, alright.
You feel alive.
Adrenaline is not an excuse for what you did, bro.
Right?
I don't know about me,
But you understand, like, you feel like
yeah,
something.
it feels different. I don't know how to explain that.
Any bad
Bro,
stuff
you
that
killed a
goes away.
98-year-old woman for adrenaline.
I guess.
This tied back to something unsettling Gavin had said in the car on the way to the police station.
The adrenaline.
What did he say in the car, though?
Thing that makes me feel like I'm even alive.
Like when you met up with the guy with the car, is that adrenaline?
Gavin continued his story, and he revealed that his meeting with the man from
the
Grindr
adrenaline thing
hadn't
is his whole
gone
motive,
quite
huh?
like he previously said.
And there was some physical stuff that went on between the two of you in the car, right?
Yeah.
First time.
So now the real story starts coming out.
Yeah. Stuff happened when I was younger, but it wasn't voluntary for me.
You just weren't sure. Like when you got there, it's kind of like here's the plan, then things just start
So
happening.
he didn't even know what he wanted going in.
Yeah, no, that's kind of freaked me out a little bit.
What freaked you out? Your reaction to it or him?
I don't know, just once I realized I was.
He doesn't even know what he's feeling that
car
start.
with some guy.
So you realize it's just crazy.
Yeah, and I didn't want to be part of it anymore.
Had you met anybody on Grindr before?
I had, yeah, before.
So your whole intention of going in the house was
So
just
this wasn't even his first time on
the
that.
house.
Yeah, I didn't even want to rob the house.
It was just the sneaky thrill of can I get in somebody's house and get out and get away with it.
Yeah, but if the door was locked, I would have just walked away. The whole breaking into the house, that was
Bro, you literally broke a window, though.
I think I didn't even have a grip on reality whenever I did that.
You can probably guess whose house Gavin entered. As terrifying as this was, what he did next
He
was
went to that
truly
old lady's house,
mind-boggling.
bro.
I didn't know whose house it was at first until
You saw her. And you knew she knew you.
Had you talked to her before? I know we discussed this a couple times, but
just
They already know he knew that old lady.
like when I was 13 or 14 going to shovel driveways and stuff. You know, when I was actually doing something good.
and nobody was with you this night, and you've not told anybody about this.
No.
He knew that old lady from church, bro. This
Was
is
it
so
dark on
dark.
that side of the house? No lights on or nothing?
None at all?
Well, no, there was the lamp that was on.
Were you in her house for a little while before you woke her up?
I mean, I came up onto the porch.
He was just walking around her house in the
Didn't know
dark.
what I was going to do. And I looked in the window and everything. I don't know, I felt like going into a house is like the biggest adrenaline rush I could get, I guess.
Bro said breaking into a
When I tried the
98-year-old
door
woman's
knob,
house is a rush.
that just happened to be unlocked.
Was it the front door or back door?
The back door. Well, she was already asleep whenever I went in because when I came around the corner,
So
that's
she
where
was
I saw
asleep
her.
and he still went in, bro.
I didn't expect to see someone right there. So I didn't hear anything. So I came in, I opened the door, I just listened. And then
I didn't hear anything, so maybe nobody's
Bro
home.
is describing this like it's nothing.
And then I go to walk around that corner, like I'm still going slow, but I see her, and she's, I don't know, like sleeping or something. And then I go to turn around and hit the chair.
You saw her
and
still stayed.
Woke up.
And she started to scream at that point, you said?
Yeah, because like when I hit the chair, I like turned back around and I looked, and she was there staring
So
at me.
she saw his face, that's
yell.
how she knew him.
And then went for the phone. Charity, what it looked like.
Was that when you were trying to get the phone away from her so she couldn't call? Did you not get away, or is that what you guys thought it was the phone?
It was
just
like a little bit of a fight. I think I threw it under the couch. I'm not really sure. By the time I even realized what I was doing, it was too late to stop anything.
And you
just
realized
not realize
that
what
you
you're
were
doing.
on top of her with your hands on her and stuff. That's when okay.
Gavin showed the police an injury on his hand where Margaret's nails dug into his arm. He had other scrapes on his hands, but claimed these were unrelated. Margaret never stood a chance in the fight
She
against
was
Gavin,
98 years old.
which likely made her
She had no
final
chance.
moments even more horrendous.
So when she died, was she on the couch or on the floor?
Floor.
Were you on top of her then?
Kind of.
Like straddling her?
Yeah.
And did you use one hand or both?
Both.
This is genuinely horrifying,
Squeeze
man.
it
She
or
was
push her against the
98.
floor or both?
Both.
And you said you don't remember if she was bleeding at that point.
The only reason I can think
Both hands on a 98-year-old woman, man.
is when I put my hand over her mouth.
So when you were holding her hand over her mouth, you might have pushed too hard and maybe made her nose bleed.
Yeah.
The detectives knew Gavin had skipped over
Bro,
several
he is so
particularly
casual
nauseating
about
details,
suffocating a
but those
98-year-old
would eventually come out too.
So how long do you think you were in the house before you woke her up?
I don't know, probably like 10, 15 minutes.
And then from the time you woke her up
10 to 15 minutes
to the time
just
you
creeping
ended
around
up
her
on top
house.
of her, choking her, how long did that whole part take?
Probably like 5 minutes.
Was she like fighting back with you then, trying to struggle, and then you guys went down?
Yeah.
5 minutes of a
I
98-year-old
think on the
fighting
way
for her
down,
life.
we got ripped.
But you don't remember ripping her panties?
Margaret's underwear was not just torn, but completely ripped from her body. Her bloody nightgown and bra were pushed up
This is
around
so
her
much
upper
worse
body.
than he was letting on.
Fearing the implications, crime scene investigators swabbed all of Margaret's clothing, her body, and the items in the closet. The results would once again emphasize how reprehensible this crime was.
This just keeps getting
Did she
worse
say
and
anything to you
worse.
when any of this was happening? Did you say anything to her?
No, it happened.
Happened quick.
The level of indignity Margaret's body was subjected to was further emphasized in
is
the
pure
detective's
evil, bro.
conversation with Margaret's nephew, Howard.
And how many times did you guys go into the closet?
I went in twice. When we first got there, the first thing I did was open the closet, but I had to move that heater
The
from
nephew
front of
had
the
to
door.
see all that.
It's never there.
Can you tell me how it was positioned in front of the door?
It was flat against the door. Where all I had to do was put my fingers underneath the top lip, and I lifted it up and set it out of the way. The first time I looked,
He blocked
then
the
I wanted to
closet
make sure
door to
put it
hide
back
her
where it
body.
was,
Mm-hmm.
so I moved it back.
Howard said his wife Cindy also moved the heater twice to look in the closet for Margaret's coat to see if she might have left. However, the coat was found in the closet, though it wasn't on the hanger where it
So
belonged.
the coat was just thrown in there.
Howard's second foray into the closet was life-altering.
That's when I noticed the tennis shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So I tried to pick it up. I couldn't pick it up. I'm thinking, what's
He
holding
found
the
her
shoe?
body
So
in the
I finally
closet.
grabbed another piece of clothing and threw it back. And I've never seen this before in my life.
Okay.
White, and I touched it. It was cold, felt clammy, but felt like styrofoam to me. So I moved it.
You all
That's the
right?
same line from the beginning.
Give me a minute.
Wow,
Yep.
full circle.
So I moved another piece of clothing, and that's when I turned to go down like this, and I felt it. part of the leg and it felt the same way. I'm thinking, why she's got
He had to
styrofoam
feel
in
his
here?
own
What
hand
is
like
it?
that, bro. That's horrible.
Then it hit me.
So it took you a minute to realize that it was her in there?
Yes, it did.
Margaret's other shoe was also found in the closet, carelessly thrown on top of her, along with other items from the closet.
They just threw
It
stuff
appeared
on
that
top
Gavin
of her
had
like
pulled
she
items
was
down
nothing.
at random in an effort to conceal the body, including a sweater and a vacuum cleaner.
That's when basically we left the house.
A vacuum cleaner on top of a 98-year-old woman.
I've never seen. I'm sure you guys do all the time, but I've never.
Yeah, it's not something you get used to, no matter how many times.
Nah, that man is forever changed
To make
after
it look
finding her like
flashes,
that.
Yeah, that's what.
It took you a minute to realize what it was.
Oh yeah, then I thought, oh God.
Well, she didn't get in there herself.
I know.
That line
she
right
wasn't
there
going to eat her by
says it
herself
all.
or cover herself up. I know that.
When Margaret's body was removed from the closet, police made the skin-crawling discovery that she'd been laying on top of her torn underwear.
How long
Torn
did you
underwear.
stay there before you put
Nah,
her in
this
the
is so much worse than I thought.
That was probably like 30 minutes. I just kind of sat there and I didn't know like what was going on. Like I was still in shock. And then
30
I
minutes,
checked my
bro.
phone.
That is wild.
And it said it was like 4 something. And I knew my mom had to get up at 5:04.
So then you made the decision then? Did you look around for another place to put her, or was that just the first place you came along?
He really just casually hit a body like that.
Considering like my time limit.
And then you drug her by her feet, you said, to the closet. What part of her body did you put in there first?
Bro, the detective is not letting him skip any detail.
That went in first.
Did you close the closet door? Did you put that heater in front of the door?
Yeah.
He was literally
The closet
trying
where
to hide
Margaret's
what he
body was
did.
found was only about 2 3/4 feet wide by 1 3/4 feet deep. In order to make her body fit, Gavin contorted and shoved her into the space, face down, with her knees bent and arms folded.
And you didn't take her
Stuffed a whole
wallet.
person in that tiny space.
Nobody cares about the 60 or 80 bucks.
Yeah, nobody cares about anything in there. I did, but it's gone. Maybe throw it. Trash also. Which trash? At my house.
The trash was long gone by this point, but that
So he
didn't
took the
turn out
wallet
to be
and
an
trashed it
issue.
too, bro. What?
Police once again involved Gavin's parents, who had followed the arrest team to the police station to help them with their investigation.
The parents again, bro. They keep getting pulled into this.
This is going to be a weird request. I need you to take your brother and take him out of the house right now. I will explain later. Maybe go to Uncle David's
They about to search that
and
house
him there,
right
and
now.
we'll call you when you can come home. No, everything's not all right, Zach, but don't tell your brothers right now.
Once Gavin's 3 brothers were out of the house, the police carried out a search warrant.
They about to find
Their
everything
efforts
in
were
that
not in
house.
vain. Tucked away in the back of a dresser drawer with Gavin's jeans, the police located Margaret's missing red wallet. Gavin confessed he'd spent all the cash on cigarettes, but Margaret's cards were all accounted
All that for some cigarettes, bro.
However, the wallet wasn't the only item of interest.
The night you were out at Margaret's, had you drank or smoked anything? Done any drugs that night?
No, but I was actually sober that night.
Being sober makes
Which is
this so
another
much
reason
worse,
why
honestly.
I smoke weed and I drink. Because I can't handle myself when I'm sober. Or I can't, comprehend. I don't even know the word to use.
Bro, you were sober.
My thoughts when I'm sober are dark. When I'm high, they're like good thoughts.
Had you ever thought about harming anybody before or taking someone's life before?
Not like planning it out, but like, oh, I'm so mad I can go kill someone right now. Like that kind
Bro,
of
you
thing.
just said you were sober that night.
But you never imagined yourself actually doing it?
No, I could never vision myself
Gavin shared with the police that he had struggled with the urge to take his own life. He refrained, he said, for the sake of his mother, who would have been heartbroken.
But he didn't refrain from taking
I mean, I wondered what killing somebody would feel like, but I've also wondered what jumping off a building would feel like. So it's not like anything about this was premeditated.
Bro, you killed
During their search, police came across a journal in his bedroom that would prove that, once again, Gavin was not sharing the whole truth. The journal began with 2 research projects on the serial killers Donald Henry Gaskins and Ted Bundy. After this, the entries transitioned to ideas for skits and short
serial
films.
killer research, and he said it wasn't
Chillingly, in
premeditated,
each one,
bro. Come
Gavin
on.
played the role of a killer. The victim in almost every story was to be played by Braden. As skin-crawling as this was, the entries containing Gavin's personal thoughts were by far the most disturbing.
The journal is
In
about
one,
to be the
Gavin
worst
wrote,
part.
"I want to know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I just want to go off on someone and beat them until they're not breathing anymore. It's not even for
literally
attention
just
or
said,
anything.
"It wasn't
I honestly
premeditated,
want
bro.
to take
The
someone's
journal
life."
says otherwise.
In another entry, he wrote, "I don't feel empathy or sympathy for anybody. Like, I just don't give it."
You never told your counselor about any of the thoughts that you have?
He literally wrote it all down instead.
She didn't. She started with trying to treat the depression first. But that's something I don't know if this can be fixed. Because it doesn't feel like it's some regular emotion. This feels like it's natural, and I don't want it to be. I don't.
He knows something is wrong and still did it.
Gavin had been in counseling on and off for years and was diagnosed with ADHD and depression. Another entry Gavin made in his journal highlighted his depravity.
That journal is
He
terrifying,
wrote,
bro.
"I think if counseling doesn't help, I'm honestly going to kill someone. I'll probably take a girl out to the woods and rape her and kill her. I wouldn't feel bad about it, but I know it's wrong." We might never know exactly how much Gavin told his counselor, but he appears to have been very upfront with his coworker Haley. Haley shared a Snapchat conversation with police in which Gavin told her flat out, quote, "I watched one of those videos on YouTube and I laughed, and I'm pretty sure I could kill someone in cold blood and not feel guilty or sad or anything." Chillingly, when police spoke with Haley, she told them that she had no problem believing the despicable things Gavin had done to Margaret. But police still hadn't uncovered the full story.
So what did you do with your gloves when you left?
Bro.
We moved away.
Where at?
In the trash can.
At home. There's a glove there. Could you have dropped one?
There wasn't one there.
He left evidence at the scene, bro.
Gavin said the gloves just happened to be with him from when he cleaned the bathroom at home several days earlier. However, it wasn't the presence of the gloves that police were most interested in. There was something far more disturbing that they had discovered.
Find on those gloves?
There was purple stuff on it. What was the purple stuff that was on there? I get it that there's a whole piece of this that you don't understand why you do. Okay? I understand the whole piece that
The detective is trying to get him to open up.
Did the purple stuff have to do with the whole piece that you don't understand why you do? No.
The purple stuff was the jelly. I don't even know where that came into play at.
Did you maybe use it like kind of as a lubricant
Bro, Jelly,
or
what is
something?
he even talking about right now?
Is it a part you don't understand, or is it a part just embarrassing? In your own mind. You know what I mean? In your own mind. Because it's okay.
Bro, they're trying so hard to get him to say
I'm
it.
saying we understand that it's an embarrassing part. Since you're not sure we understand that part. You know what I mean? It's okay that we understand it that way. Something I don't understand, I guess. You didn't have any.
But you put the jelly on the glove. Is that when you used her hand to rub your...
Bro, what did he do to that old woman?
Yeah.
This vile post-mortem assault was the nauseating reason the blackberry jam was found in the living room. Testing on the jar revealed the presence of male DNA, though it could not be matched specifically to Gavin. Similar testing revealed Margaret's DNA on the outside of the gloves and Gavin's on the inside, along with evidence of sperm. Male DNA was also found on her ripped underwear,
at this point.
and still the horror continued.
And is that the same time that you were taking some of those pictures?
Yeah, after I took those pictures, I was like, what? That's when the shock set in? Yeah, it's like, what am I doing?
He took pictures of her body too. What is wrong with this kid?
Yet Gavin still continued taking pictures. In addition to taking photographs of Margaret while she slept, unaware of the danger,
genuinely a monster,
he
bro.
also documented the revolting process of violating her dead body.
You know, there's a couple of videos of you kind of peeking over the edge of the couch and videotaping her. When was that all done?
He was filming her body too, bro. This is evil.
Was on the same night. Why did I lie about anything? That was stupid. Like, I turned the corner and didn't see her.
And you hid?
Yeah, then I hid. I, was taking my phone.
Still talking.
I was taking pictures to see if she was awake.
I got you.
And then
she saw you.
And we stood up and she saw me.
All of the photos and videos of Margaret were discovered in a hidden app on Gavin's phone, labeled Dark. It was password protected with the word murder.
This guy is evil.
As if that wasn't enough, something else police found on Gavin's phone only solidified the case against him. The day Margaret's body was found, Chris Ramsey sent a text to her son alerting him of the police presence in their neighborhood,
The password was literally
which said,
murder, bro.
"They're looking for someone." Gavin's casual reply of, "Well, that's Wadsworth for you," was undercut by the fact that he then immediately looked up Margaret Douglas dead and Margaret Douglas, Wadsworth, Ohio.
Bro searched it up.
He deleted
right after
the search
acting all
history,
casual.
but forensic technicians were able to recover the information. Damningly, at the time of Gavin's search, Margaret's death had not yet been publicized. There was only one horrible way he could have known why the police were there and what had happened.
He literally Googled it before anyone even knew.
To hurt Margaret like that? No. No.
Please note that at this point, the male detective stepped out for a moment, leaving Gavin alone with the female detective.
Are you sorry this happened?
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I did all of this.
Were you sorry about all of this before you got caught?
Yeah, I constantly, I think about it a lot. And
Bro, you were not sorry. You literally password protected it with murder.
I don't, I feel bad. I know it's wrong, but I can't express the emotion.
Once again, Gavin's journal suggested a far more wicked truth.
Emotion because you
He
don't
wrote,
have any.
"I don't care that I feel the way I do, but I need counseling before I completely go off the deep end and do something that literally ruins my life. I wouldn't feel bad if I killed someone, but I don't want to sit in prison."
He literally just told her he felt bad.
If you were alive in front of you, what would you say to her?
I'm sorry. That was never meant to happen.
His journal literally said he wouldn't feel bad.
There's a subtle upward inflection when Gavin says, "I'm sorry." His monotonous and emotionless tone is a stark contrast from earlier. It appears he can cry for himself, but not others. Still, Gavin seemed to find something else far more troubling than the life he took.
I think if my dad sees me, he's gonna go to freaking jail. Because
unfortunately, it's going to affect everybody.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's going to ruin our family name.
He's worried about his dad, not the woman he killed.
Gavin's parents waited in the lobby of the police station for the duration of their son's interrogation. To say they were distraught when the police broke the news that their son was a killer would be an understatement.
That family is destroyed because of him.
All the phone contained images of Margaret before and after her death, as well as videos of your son with her.
No, no, no. They are telling his parents this.
Engaging in sex with her. Was she still alive when he was doing that? No, I don't believe. Oh my God.
That parent just found out the worst thing imaginable.
This isn't happening. This isn't real.
I want you to know, I spoke to the director of the juvenile detention facility. I explained.
They already talking about where he's going.
He was highly emotionally distraught. I asked him to fill our watch.
Okay.
I've asked him to take, to keep him under 24/7 observation.
Okay.
I know this is an
They gotta watch him after all that.
I just know right now.
It's a horrible set of circumstances. You deserve to know he will be tried as an adult. Oh my God, oh my God. 98 years old. Just living out her days.
She was just living her last days in peace, man.
And I'm mother all these people out here. And it's my son.
Does Gavin understand he's going to prison? Probably for the rest of his life.
Incidentally, Gavin was wondering the same thing.
What do you think's even going to happen?
His mom is shattered, and he worried about himself.
I think you're going to go to juvenile detention. And you're going to do some time in jail.
How long do you think?
I don't know. I just don't know, Gavin.
I'll be honest, this Saturday.
He really asking how long, like, bro, you killed someone.
Just 5 days from now.
Mm-hmm.
I was gone. I was leaving.
You're going to run?
Because the only reason I didn't yesterday, because I knew my mom just took out
now he's bringing up taking his own life.
And I knew my insurance doubled, so I had like no money.
Well, Gavin, I'm glad it's going to stop here. I'm glad this didn't go any further. Because I don't know that you would have been able to change.
The detective knows he was planning worse.
No, it wouldn't. And I don't know, I had a pretty clear picture of what the next year looked like if I ran.
Unfortunately, I think you would have hurt more people. Was that in your plan?
He literally just admitted
that wasn't in my plan, but I could see that happening.
On January 18th, 2019, Gavin was convicted of aggravated murder, aggravated burglary, kidnapping, and abuse of a corpse.
He deserves every single
He was
charge.
given a life sentence for murder, along with 10 years each for burglary and kidnapping, and an additional year for kidnapping to be served consecutively. Originally, he was meant to serve life in prison without the possibility of parole, but changing legislation for minors who were tried as adults renders Gavin eligible for release after 25 years in 2043.
This guy, he broke into the house. He's dead.
Got a body on the bathroom floor.
Wait, there's a body now. What is happening?
I'll never get to.
That poor girl. Jesus Christ.
It's like I'm in a bad dream, but I can't wake up.
A frantic teenager calls 911 after surviving a violent home invasion that leaves 2 people dead. But suspicious evidence at the scene raises chilling questions, forcing investigators to consider an unthinkable suspect.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad.
The following is based on official police records, and some of the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Just after midnight on July 7th, 2024, dispatchers in Palm Bay, Florida answer a desperate call to 911.
911, what's the location of the emergency?
Hello? Okay.
Help me.
Okay, what's going on?
Oh, God. So, basically, I was home alone, and this guy,
but they said 2 people dead.
he broke into the house. I grabbed the phone, so I...
Do you know who the man is?
No, I don't know who it was.
Is he still in there?
Bro, they already told us who it really was.
I don't think so. I waited. I hid in my room for like a really long time. I don't even know how long it's been.
The caller, later identified as 16-year-old Julia Grace Egler, explains that the intruder broke in through the sliding glass door in the back of the house.
I don't think the door was locked, but I don't think he knew that there was a hammer by the back window.
Was it your hammer, or did they bring it with them?
It was just the house hammer. It was just by the back sink. They stuck it down. They grabbed it and
very specific
broke in the window.
They broke the window with a hammer that you already had in your yard?
Yeah, with the glass.
Okay, take a deep breath. You haven't heard them in a while, right?
So,
was there only one person that you saw?
That I saw, yeah. There was one person.
Okay, and where are you in the house right now?
I'm just in the living room.
Okay, we already have help on the way, so just take a deep breath, okay? Did they try to make contact with you?
No, because I brought... The only thing I was able to grab in time were the dogs, because I wanted them with me. But I didn't want whoever it was to kill them, obviously.
Is there anyone else at home with you?
But not the people.
Not anymore.
Were you expecting anyone to come home?
My mom and her boyfriend were out getting, they were buying a bed frame for her bed, so they were out buying stuff, and it's just me home alone.
Oh man, I know this is really scary. But your mom and her boyfriend should be on their way home?
She said both people are dead, bro.
No,
Okay, take a deep breath. We have officers that are going to be coming into the area really soon, and I'm going to stay on the phone with you just in case, okay?
With officers on their way, the dispatcher takes steps to ensure the home is safe for them to enter. But a simple question changes everything in an instant.
Do you still have your dogs with you?
They're still in my room. I didn't let them out because I didn't want them getting blood all over their paws.
Right. Well, did you say blood all over their paws?
Yeah, because...
Is there blood inside your house?
Yes.
Whose blood is it? Is it your blood or is it the person who broke in blood? Are you injured?
Said both people are dead.
You're fine.
No,
so it's the person who broke in. It's their blood. Where is it at?
No, I don't know if it's their blood or not, but I don't think it's theirs. It's my mom. From what I heard when I was hiding in my room, I could have warned her. It's all my fault. If I had been able to grab the phone, then...
No, nothing is your fault. If someone broke into your house, nothing is your fault. Now, I just want to confirm, do you know if anyone is hurt at your house?
This is getting dark.
Officers with the Palm Bay Police Department arrive and greet Julia at the door, seemingly unaware of the grim scene waiting on the other side.
Hello. How you doing? What's going on? Why is there blood on the floor?
The officer just walked into a whole crime scene.
What? You okay? Are you okay? Are you bleeding?
No.
Who's bleeding?
I'm
Come outside. Come outside. Come outside. What is going on? Why is that door smashed?
They know something is real wrong in there.
252, can we have medical respond? We have blood on the floor.
Who's bleeding? Where's your mom? Stay here. Stay here. Hey. I got it. It was 10:33. Somebody stay out here with her.
10:33, that's an emergency code.
I got doors to the right. Got a body. You okay?
I don't know. I mean, physically, I guess, but...
Bro said got a body like it's nothing.
Please help me. Bobby, please.
Got a body on the bathroom floor.
Julia's mother, 38-year-old Kelly McCullum, and Kelly's boyfriend, 22-year-old Matthew Zenort, are found inside, both appearing to have suffered multiple gunshot wounds.
Oh no,
A large chef's knife with presumed blood on the blade sits on the bathroom counter, consistent with the multiple stab wounds on Matthew's body. Both victims are beyond any hope of saving.
Both of them gone, man. This is horrible.
Sorry. I'm sorry. If I had just grabbed the phone. It just grabbed the phone.
If you just grab the phone in time? Are you hurt anyway?
Blaming herself, man.
Oh.
Was there any arguments or anything tonight?
Oh, they already digging into what happened.
Me and my mom used to argue a lot.
You have
I should have told her I loved her.
Go and get it started.
It's okay. I should have told her I loved her. Okay. Hey, it's okay.
She's blaming herself, bro. This is heartbreaking.
It's okay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. Please forgive me.
Officers ask Julia if there are other family members who can be contacted, but the teen's only immediate relatives are a father and brother living out of state.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry so much. It's not a very manly thing to do.
I don't apologize for having feelings. It's okay.
Nah, I gotta chill. This is a real case.
If you need to throw up, okay?
Nobody's gonna judge you for that, right?
No, that officer is being real gentle with her, though.
Absolutely. No judgment here. Just love, okay?
Poor girl. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she's sobbing. I should have said I love you more. She knows her mom's dead already.
She already knows, bro. It's heavy.
Nicole's talking to her, so I'll just calm her down a bit.
Let's hope.
Julia is moved farther down the driveway, kept out of earshot as officers discuss the details with a sergeant who has just arrived on scene.
Kitchen floor. Setting in the bathroom. Shell casings in there, and also a butcher knife in there.
Okay.
Outside the back door, there's an axe
Shell
with a
casings
sledgehammer.
and a knife.
Where he busted the door in.
Okay.
There's shells, not spent, but there's rounds outside the back door, which look like the same ones that are in the bathroom. There's like 3 or 4 empty shell casings in the bathroom.
Okay.
The sergeant relays this information to an arriving detective, along with a harrowing theory.
Shell casings are by him. Looks like murder-suicide. You can see where
So they think Matthew did all this.
Screen door in the back.
Yeah, there's an axe back there on the floor. They're in the
juvenile living. Yeah, she's the daughter.
She's the daughter.
Female. They're not the male. I don't believe so.
I don't know.
And there is history of DV.
Yeah, I guess there's history out here.
Just curious, when was our last call out here? I can go check the history.
We had a signal.
They already know there's a history of DV here.
She was signal late a couple weeks.
116 Monday.
3 months earlier, on April 8, 2024, officers had been called to the home for a domestic dispute between Kelly and Julia. Footage obtained from this incident reveals a troubling history between them.
So my daughter, I'm having a hard time with my teenage daughter.
Yep.
Really hard time. She's been Baker-acted twice in the last month. She took beers and would not give them back. Said no, she would not give them back. She started to drink. I have her phone.
Yep.
She's obsessed about, and
she's punished.
When she was drinking alcohol, I took the phone, and she's like, give it back, and she barricades her room. Won't let me out of her room. I said, let me out of your room. On the thing, she grabs this off of me very fast, starts to run towards the door. I didn't want to touch her, so I grabbed the back of the hoodie.
She was trying not to escalate.
Again, he's a witness. I'm like, I'm drunk. So I grabbed the hoodie, and she fell on her butt. And she goes, you choked me. And I said, I didn't mean to choke you. I'm sorry. I grabbed the hoodie because you were running out the door, didn't know where you were going.
Grab story sounds real suspicious.
Kelly explained that Julia went into the bathroom and locked the door. The officers went inside to ensure Julia's safety.
You haven't made any kind of statements tonight wanting to hurt your mom, or I guess you guys got into an altercation. And were you drinking beer?
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so?
No.
It's gotta be yes or no.
No, it's a no. I'm just an ugly crier, so it's probably why my face looks red or whatever.
Well, no, she said that you, I guess, possibly grabbed a beer out of the fridge.
I think I just grabbed it to just be like, annoy her or something.
Look at me, kind of.
Yeah.
I've done that.
After ensuring Julia was okay and unharmed, the officer expressed his concerns, bringing up another past incident.
We just don't want it to escalate to the point where we start making irrational
already escalating months ago.
statements or actions towards ourselves or someone else, right? Because obviously that's when we get called. I mean, what happened last time that we came?
They already know
you had to go to the
that's
hospital.
not good.
Yeah.
According to police records, during the previous call, Julia was sent for a psychiatric evaluation after taking too much Tylenol.
If you're going through anything, I'd rather you talk
That's so sad.
than bottle it up. Because the moment you bottle it up, you're just going to keep piling stuff on, and it's just going to blow up, right? That's usually what happens. I don't want that to happen.
Talk right there,
But now, 3 months later, a full-blown tragedy has just taken place, and detectives must work to figure out exactly what happened. Julia explains to a detective that it was still light outside when an intruder came to the back door. After seeing him, Julia claims to have grabbed the two dogs and fled to the bedroom.
I was in my room and it was so loud. It was so loud. And then
what was loud?
She's terrified, bro. This is heavy.
So quiet. The silence. I heard.
What was loud? Like yelling?
No, I think I heard
She can't even explain
gunshots.
what she heard that's suspicious.
Okay.
And when I heard those, I knew someone had died. I could
She
feel
knew
it,
right
you know?
then that Kelly was
I
gone.
don't know if that sounds stupid, but I just...
So how long ago did you hear these gunshots?
Like, hour-ish, maybe more. I couldn't
An
tell.
hour, and you're just now telling them.
It just felt like so long. The silence was so loud.
What did you see when you came out?
Sitting there, just a bloody mess. And then her boyfriend
Wait, so the boyfriend was still there.
killed him.
Who killed them?
I don't know. I had just been braver, faster.
She was hiding in the room the whole time, though.
The detective learns that Julia spoke with Kelly via text while she and Matthew were out of the house. But after reading this conversation, something clearly doesn't add up.
You guys are having
The texts are gonna
conversations,
expose everything.
but you said it was light out when someone started breaking into the house. But these text conversations are happening at 9:15 p.m.
I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it was like sunsetish. I don't know.
But the confusion doesn't end with Julia's unclear timeline. Inside the home, officers struggle to make sense of a crime scene that becomes more puzzling by the second.
So he must have been shooting as he came in. I don't.
Wait,
I
that
think.
doesn't line up with what she said.
But the casings are in the bathroom.
Yeah, but there's a casing right, or there's a.
Right.
He could have picked the casings up. I think he was waiting for her. Her backpack's there. Her shoes are off.
Right.
Like
So the
she can
intruder
then
theory
take the
is
shoes
falling
off, set the
apart
backpack
fast.
down. She's gonna have to be shot on that right hand side. Walks in the door, and then he comes out. He's sitting over here. Yeah.
So the killer
While
was
there are
just
multiple
waiting
shell
inside for her.
casings and unspent rounds of ammunition throughout the house, there's no sign of a gun anywhere.
Is there guns inside the home?
Yeah, there was.
There was? Where did it go?
No,
Wait, so the gun just vanished.
How do you know it's not there anymore?
I don't know. I went into my mom's room and before I called 911 because I wanted to see if he was still here or not.
Wait, she went looking around before calling 911.
Okay, what did you do when you were in your mom's room?
She has this lockbox where she kept a lot of my things. So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are
Wait,
expensive.
you went to check for
And
stolen
I could see
electronics, not your family.
the holster where the gun was. It was empty.
Along with the gun, Julia claims several boxes of ammunition were also missing from Kelly's room. The detective steps away
So the gun just
momentarily,
vanished. How
asking an
convenient.
officer to give Julia a pat-down.
You're not in trouble or anything, but this is just for everybody. Nothing on you that's going to poke, stick, or stab me on. Are these your AirPods?
Afterward, the detective calls the officer away from Julia.
She snorted. Bro, this girl is way too calm.
Something actually close anything? But don't ask me questions. It's pretty sure she can.
Rather than confront Julia outright, the detective continues asking questions, searching for anything else that might confirm her suspicions.
Did you touch your mom?
I don't think so, no. I didn't want to touch their bodies. They were on the ground and stuff, and I didn't know if it would make things worse. I didn't know what it would do.
What do you mean by make things worse?
Well, I didn't know if, like, it would hurt, or if, like, I was, I don't know, put her through more pain by, like, moving her. And I don't know.
She already said her mom was dead, though.
Okay, was she breathing when you saw her?
I don't think so.
Did you check to see if she had a pulse or anything like that?
I didn't touch her, so no, but I didn't hear her breathing, and there was a big...
She didn't even check on her own
pool
mother,
of blood,
bro.
so I just assumed, I guess.
So you just what?
Assumed, I guess.
Okay. Is that, you did the same thing with Matthew? Assume?
The detective is not buying any
They're
of
all
this.
bloody. I didn't want to get blood all over my hands, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't want... I don't know, I just felt like if I did anything, it would make it worse.
Still, blood seems to have transferred onto Julia's shoes, as bloody footprints are discovered throughout the house.
Is this you guys?
No, that was not us, because we did not step in the road.
These look like Converse. Yeah, those
Bloody
are,
footprints?
I think,
But she
daughters.
said she didn't touch
shoes.
anything.
And the gun, have you ever touched the gun?
A long time ago, my mom had me train with it in case someone...
So she knows how to use the gun.
So you're familiar with guns and how they work, how they shoot? Okay. Well, I know it's a lot for you to process. I know it's a lot going on right now for you.
Oh, now you want to be gentle with her.
Obviously, we're going to do our absolute best to figure out what happened here. Because, you know, it's your mom, right? So we want justice for your mom and her boyfriend, to figure out who did this and why. Is anybody come to mind?
My mom told me once that they were really into, like, drugs and stuff. I don't know if it was someone who had some kind of, like, grudge and came after them, or because this is just me, like, thinking out loud.
Yeah.
But they didn't really seem like they wanted me in particular. It was like, because if you think about it, I know that there was dogs barking, and you don't want to go into a room with a pit bull in it. That's obviously a dumb thing to
She's
do.
literally building her own
Like, do you think they knew you were there?
Well, I think they saw me, but I don't think they... I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to... I was mostly focusing on getting my dogs and me out of
on the dogs,
trouble,
not
right?
checking on
Because
your own mom.
I've had them for years and love them with all my heart.
So why do you think it is that he didn't come after you?
The dogs.
By Julia's account, the killer smashed through the unlocked sliding glass door,
saved her
took
life,
Kelly's gun and ammunition from her bedroom, waited for Kelly and Matthew to return home, shot them both, and fled, all while leaving behind a potential witness who could have identified him. It's a tall tale, but whether there's truth to any of it remains to be seen. For now, the detective leaves Julia in the company of an officer who keeps a watchful eye.
It's like another bad dream, but I can't wake up.
I can't even begin to imagine. I'm sorry.
When I wake up tomorrow, my mom
She's way too calm about all this.
to say, "Good morning, honey. Did you sleep?" I'm going to jail.
Why would you go to jail?
You can't put me anywhere else.
That's not what happens.
While a search warrant is secured for the residence, Julia is taken to the police station and left in the care of two officers.
Wow, what a night. It's been busy. Sorry to kind of like add more to your plate. Why are you apologizing? I don't know. Well, I get that a lot. I
Why
guess
is she
it's out of how they're
apologizing
doing
to the
it.
cops right now?
Yeah.
Hold on, wait, did you hit the lady over there in Malibu earlier? That's where I was at. Somebody got hit by a car. Was it you? Okay. You apologized, so I figured I'd ask.
Oh, sorry, I did it. My bad.
The cop is actually kind of funny for that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm the criminal here.
An officer then collects Julia's shoes, giving the teenager a pair of booties and a snack.
My mom loves these.
By morning,
just hit
Julia is
different.
still
Bro,
waiting
she
for
said Mom
detectives to
loves
begin
these.
questioning. Officers assigned to Julia's care deliver breakfast and put on a popular anime called Death Note. The show centers on a teenager with a supernatural notebook that allows its user to kill anyone whose name is written in it,
put on Death
as
Note
long
for a
as they
murder
know
suspect,
the
bro.
person's face. Finally, detectives bring Julia into the interrogation room, where the truth of what happened to Kelly and Matthew will soon
Here we
come
go.
to light.
Finally, the real
But first,
interrogation.
they address something new they've learned about Julia.
I was informed that you like to go by Jasper. Is that accurate? Because I don't want to,
Appreciate it.
Yeah. And what are your pronouns, if you don't mind me asking?
I usually go by he.
He? Okay. So obviously it's been a couple of hours, so you've been with us, so I gotta read you this thing. Your rights first, and then we can go through everything with you and figure out what's going on.
In Florida, juveniles have the same
Here come the
Miranda
Miranda
rights as
rights.
adults,
This is getting
and
real.
courts have ruled that a parent does not have to be present before police questioning. After reading the Miranda warnings, the 16-year-old agrees to answer questions. Very quickly,
16,
investigators
no parent
learn that
present,
Kelly
that's
and
wild.
Julia had an argument just one day before the murders took place.
Do you know what the argument is a reference?
I think I wanted to go to like the party or something, and she didn't remind me about it, and I was mad at her for
Party, that's
just
what started all
going
this.
without me. I think something along those lines.
But you wanted to go out and have a good time too. It was like a birthday party?
I think so, something like that.
So she comes home with him, and you wake up, and you guys get into a little bit
the
of
argument
a
led to all of
disagreement. You're
this.
expressing your frustrations, rightfully so. You wanted to go to this party. And she's expressing her frustrations back. What is she saying back to you?
They really getting her to open up
Just
slowly.
this back and forth of, I did tell you, no, you didn't.
Okay.
Yes.
So what came of that?
I think she took my iPod and my phone, but before she left again, she gave it back.
Took the phone and
so
the
I'd be able
iPod
to text
over a
her.
party.
According to Julia, when the devices were confiscated, Kelly would put them in the lockbox in her bedroom.
So I looked in there to see if it's stolen any like electronics or anything, right? Because those are expensive.
Before they continue, Julia asked to use the restroom. They take the opportunity to collect the teenager's clothing for evidence, trading them for a jumpsuit. When questioning resumes, they press more about the ongoing disputes with Kelly.
Well, me and her would have a lot of
Here we
arguments
go, the
about
real story
things,
coming
especially
out
over like me being trans. So she'd be like, "You're not a real boy," and blah blah blah, and all the whole spiel of transphobic stuff.
Okay.
But
She doesn't approve of your lifestyle.
Explains
That
so much of the tension
she doesn't
between them.
approve of that.
Would you say
she was like trying to kind of meet me in the middle, but it wasn't really working all that well all the time. She would try to call me child instead of, because it's more like gender neutral rather than kind of meeting in the middle, I guess.
Kelly's Facebook page is filled with photos that suggest they once shared a close bond. In a video Kelly posted in February of 2020, affectionately captioned "My Julia," the preteen proudly speaks in support of Kelly's business.
My name is Julia, and I want to tell you about. If you want to learn more, go to my mom's website.
But as the interrogation continues, it becomes
That
clear the
video with her
relationship
mom
between
hits
them
different
had
now.
deeply fractured following Julia's decision to transition.
Is she misgendering you?
Yeah.
So when you guys are arguing, is she intentionally, calling you she, or not using the appropriate pronouns, or not referring to you as Jasper and referring to you as Julia?
Kid.
And like actually kind of being like, this is going to be kind of vulgar, but she'd be like, "Oh, you have breasts and a vagina, blood," and all that, all that kind of shoving it in my face. And I'd yell back, "I know, you don't think I know that?" Because obviously it's kind of painful, because she would always say that, "Oh, they're dumb and stupid like that. No, it's not real. Even if you get the surgeries, it's not real," and things like that.
Is that something you guys had discussed? Getting surgeries and whatnot?
A lot, yeah. And she'd be like, "Oh, I don't want you to sew on a fake like that."
3 months earlier, during the domestic dispute call, Kelly discussed this ongoing conflict with police.
Basically, the kids get into now, this whole trans, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm totally against it. But I still was kind. I was like, if you want to think you're a boy, you can think that. But you're my daughter, you're Julia, and we're just not going to talk about it then.
As for Matthew, Julia says they never discussed it, so this was never a point of contention between them.
Me and him didn't really talk a lot, is the thing.
We we're
So Matthew wasn't
kind
even
of
involved in any
peaceful,
of
but
that.
Coexisting.
Coexisting, that's the word. We weren't friends, but we weren't necessarily enemies either. It's kind of just whatever.
He's just a couple years older than you, right?
So they just coexisted under the same roof.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I didn't like it. I mean, I don't really support their relationships, the thing, so I think that's the only kind of tension that there was between us. Because it would always be kind of awkward when it was just me and him in the house, because we wouldn't say to each other. Yeah. Because it's kind of I don't really want you here, and it was kind of obvious because I didn't support the relationship at all.
With potential motives uncovered, investigators still must work to unravel a tangled story filled with many contradictions, unanswered questions, and disturbing clues.
So circling back to the argument that you had today, she takes the iPod away and the phone. She ends up giving it back before she leaves. Where is she going? Or they, rather.
Wait, so the mom gave the stuff back and left?
Go get a bed frame for her bed because she got tired of it being on the floor.
Julia claims Kelly and Matthew left together around 7 or 8 p.m., and shortly after is when the alleged intruder made his appearance.
So what do you hear next after that?
Well, I hide, and then I'm just sitting there hiding, and the dogs are barking, and then I hear the glass shatter and come in, so I knew that it's probably him coming in.
But hours earlier, an officer waiting with Julia made a crucial observation, raising the possibility that someone else may have broken the glass door.
What happened to your hand?
Just an old scar.
Did you get into an accident or something?
One day I'd come home from doing whatever I was doing, and I forgot my key.
With the hand explanation.
Mom was home. Just broke my window and got in.
You punched the window? There's no rocks or anything outside?
Not that I could find, but it's not like it's
so she punched through glass before interesting.
Still covering, I guess.
According to police records, the glass from the backsliding door was found on top of Julia's bloody footprints, as well as Kelly's leg and Matthew's cell phone, meaning the glass had been shattered after the murders took
place. So she broke the glass herself.
Though the detectives are aware of this fact, they allow Julia to continue the story.
After a while, when he's walking around, I can hear him doing something, and then there's a lot of banging. And
she already told on herself with that hand.
And I hear wood cracking and stuff. I think he kicked down the door to my mom's room.
Julia says nearly an hour passed with the intruder in the house before Kelly and Matthew arrived home.
How did you know it was them walking through the door?
I don't know. I guess I just assumed because I think I heard their voices, or kind of. I couldn't say,
she doesn't
tell
even
what they were
sound
saying,
sure of her
but
own
it
story.
kind of sounded like them, so I assumed it was them. And that's when I heard the loud banging that I assumed was gunshots or something, and yelling.
She assumed a lot for someone who was hiding.
I think Matthew was yelling.
And what was he yelling?
I think it was something along the lines of stop or something.
Have you heard gunshots before?
Yeah.
And did it sound like gunshots to you?
Yeah.
To punching through
Okay.
glass
And how many gunshots do you think you heard?
5, 6-ish maybe.
But once again, Julia shared something with the officer in the lobby that suggests the 16-year-old was much closer to the gunshots.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what's up in my ears, kind of messing with me.
Did you get in the ear or something lately?
She was right there.
Some things happened and some loud gunshots, so yeah, I think that's what's making this ring.
She just casually said gunshots.
Hopefully I don't have tinnitus now.
Yeah. How close were you to the gunshots?
I was in a different room, but it was still loud enough.
Must have been a pretty big gun then.
Not really. It was just... I think they took the one that was in my mom's room.
They had a gun in the house.
I'm not sure, but I think.
What kind of gun did your mom have?
I don't remember, but it was a handgun, and on the standard of handguns, it was
a lot
pretty
for
small.
someone hiding in another room.
Smaller than that one.
Okay.
Kelly's .38 special revolver was found in the backyard, just underneath Julia's bedroom window. Julia again explains that more than an hour passed before it felt safe enough to emerge from the bedroom.
The gun was
When I
right
actually,
under the window, though.
Came out, the first thing I saw was blood on the ground.
Outside your bedroom door? Okay. Then what did you see next?
She saw blood right outside her door, bro.
I looked to the left, and that's when I saw Matthew on the ground.
Did it look like he was breathing when you looked into the bathroom?
Saw everything.
Matt?
I think I could hear him faintly, as like gurgling.
Okay.
Despite signs that Matthew may have still been alive, Julia didn't call for an ambulance.
Still alive, and she didn't help.
I remember at some point I went in my mom's room and saw that the door had been like, kind of looked like it had been like busted in. Well, again, I was checking to see if anything had been stolen when I saw the lockbox.
Checking if anything was stolen, bro. Someone is dying.
I assumed my mom kept most of my devices when she took them, and again, devices are expensive.
Such as?
Like my iPod or my phone that my dad had shut off, things like that.
Okay, so you saw those in there, so they hadn't been stolen.
Are these your AirPods?
And that gun that your mom has, the one that was missing, have you ever touched that gun before?
Right.
That's what I used to get trained for my gun certificate.
With Julia's account conflicting with evidence found at the scene, investigators confront the teenager directly.
To be quite honest with you, we don't believe that this is how this happened, okay? All right. We've looked over this crime scene, and there's things in this crime scene that's not adding up with what you're saying,
They calling her out on it.
Because I don't believe the story about someone coming into the house. We looked at your surveillance camera, okay? We don't see nobody coming through that back door. We see your parents coming home.
The camera's got everything, it's over.
Through the front door. We see bloody footprints inside the dining room area in front of the rear sliding glass door underneath the glass.
Bloody footprints leading right
that
to
blood
the
should be
back
on
door.
top of the glass. I'm gonna ask you straight up, okay? Are you the reason why did you hurt your parents today, your mom and Matthew? And if you did, was there a reason why you had to do it?
Straight up.
Theoretically speaking, let's say what you're saying, that it was, theoretically speaking, let's say that it was me, right? What?
So Joshua, we're going to be honest with you. It's not really theoretical at this point. Everything he just stated to you is telling us that something happened that you're not telling us.
Julia tries to argue that there are blind spots on their security cameras, and an intruder could have simply avoided them. But the detective reminds Julia that an intruder would have had to know where those blind spots were ahead of time, something that is very unlikely in their experience.
I was just about to say, what if it was you that did this?
I'm saying theoretically.
Okay.
Theoretically what?
What?
You said that get it off your chest and whatever, but it's like, that's not how that works. It's...
Of course, it's not going to go away that quick. It's not. But you gives us a reason, because other people are going to look at this interview, and they're going to want to know, is this a monster over here, or is this somebody who made a terrible mistake? Did you shoot your
textbook
your mom and
manipulation
Matthew
tactic right there?
Well, you're basically saying that I did, so do you even need my answer?
While the remainder of Julia's interview was redacted, the detectives provided a detailed summary of the chilling confession that followed.
Admitted it outright.
Julia admitted to breaking into Kelly's bedroom while she was gone, obtaining the revolver and ammunition. The teenager then waited in the kitchen for Kelly and Matthew to arrive home, with a gun in one hand and a knife hidden in a pants pocket. When they walked through the front door at 10:34 p.m., Julia told them, "Welcome home." Julia confessed to shooting and killing Kelly before turning the gun on Matthew, who pleaded for the teen to stop. Julia then followed Matthew into the bathroom where he retreated, stabbing him multiple times after running out of ammunition. Finally, Julia reloaded the revolver and shot Matthew one more time in the head, ultimately killing him. Julia then shattered the sliding glass door and tossed the gun outside near the bedroom window in an attempt to stage the crime scene as a break-in, and called 911 roughly 90 minutes later. Julia admitted to reaching a breaking point over Kelly's lack of support for the teen's transition and Julia's lack of support for Kelly's relationship with 22-year-old Matthew. According to court documents on August 6, 2024, Julia Egler was indicted on 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder with a firearm and was held without bond. Julia Egler entered a written plea of not guilty, and the case is ongoing. A public statement released by the Florida State's Attorney's Office confirms that Julia will be prosecuted as an adult, adding that the teenager is not eligible to receive the death penalty by law.
Hi, I'm calling in Thomas and Dexter Avenue North. I think somebody's dead. So I believe it's going to be Carr versus Ped, and they're doing CPR. I'm sorry, Fire, I don't have more for you, but it just occurred, and I believe the officer's involved.
She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Were you aware that it was being recorded?
No, I was not.
When police received disturbing information in reference to a potential overdose, a race to the scene will trigger a sequence of shocking tragedies. On January 23, 2022, at 8 p.m., Seattle police dispatchers receive a call that will set in motion a night of both madness and scandal.
It's hard to think. Okay, that happens. All right, well, just try to relax and think with me. Have you done cocaine before? Yes. Okay. Do you think you've overdosed on it? I think so, yes. Okay, so I'm going to get you some help, all right? Okay, so stand by.
Can I have your name, please?
No.
Just so we know who we're looking for. We're getting some assistance to you as quick as we can right now.
You can call me Alex.
Alex? Did you want to give your last name?
No, I'm okay.
They already know this is about to go sideways.
First responders and a medic team are quickly dispatched to Alex's location, 6th Street North, downtown. First en route is Officer Kevin Dave, who speeds into action in his single-officer cruiser. A fire and medical team prepare to meet him on 6th Street. Officer Dave swerves his police SUV through downtown traffic, flashing his lights and blasting his siren to warn oncoming traffic and pedestrians. In overdose cases, every moment counts. He's approaching the intersection of Dexter Street and Thomas Street, a 2-lane road with a bike lane and a construction site obscuring a portion of the sidewalk from view. Officer Dave speeds through this 25-mile-per-hour zone when the catastrophic happens. Some of the following footage has been redacted out of respect for the victim.
3 Mary 2, started supervisor, start fire for a struck pedestrian.
He hit someone
Off screen, Officer Dave quickly jumps out of his vehicle and dashes out into Dexter Street. Moments later, we hear the unmistakable sounds of emergency CPR. Tragically, a pedestrian had been struck.
That officer hit someone rushing to save someone.
Despite Dave's persistent CPR, the pedestrian remains unresponsive.
At 30, pause. 4, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You all right?
No, I'm not all right.
Bro, he is fighting
Dave
so hard
soon
to
notifies dispatch, and a squadron of police cruisers and ambulances descend on the scene to assist.
So someone's doing CPR, Dexter, North, and Thomas. I'm sorry, Fire, I don't have more for you, but it just occurred, and I believe the officer's involved.
So the officer may be involved. Yeah,
the officer's not hurt, though.
By now, Alex has been given proper medical assistance, and all attention has shifted to the tragedy unfolding in downtown Seattle. Dispatchers are now receiving calls from eyewitnesses who will prove a crucial role in the investigation that will come later.
Was it like a vehicle hit a pedestrian? What happened?
Correct. They're doing CPR right now. The person was crossing the road, and I think police were going fast, so they hit them.
Hold on.
I'm not sure if there's anything I need to do. There's 2 police officers here, and I think there's another one coming right now.
Officer Dave's colleagues comfort him as he describes what went down.
I was on the crosswalk. She saw me. She started running
she saw
through
him
the
coming and he
crosswalk.
still hit her.
Slammed on my brakes. Instead of staying back where she should before crossing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Sorry about
The same cannot be said for the young woman lying unresponsive in the street, a 23-year-old grad student. Despite medics' best attempts, she passes away after being transported to the hospital.
Yeah, Dave, you okay? Physically?
No medical issue.
No medical issues.
Okay. I'm not going to ask any questions, but I just don't want you to know that I'm here for you. That we're going to get you everything that you need, okay? Okay?
Thanks, LT.
All right, man.
While the true intentions behind the officer's assertion that he won't ask questions is unknown, it's possible he's trying to protect Officer Dave. Clearly, body cameras are rolling and documenting the conversation. There are also labor and department policies involved in these types of situations. Some agencies won't allow a responding officer to question an involved officer and require an internal group or external law enforcement agency to do so. One important purpose of this type of policy is to maintain impartiality. Many police are represented by unions, and it's possible that it could be against union rules for officers to question each other without the presence of a union representative, counsel, or both. As stated, the specifics of this particular incident are unknown, and these are a few of the potential reasons the officer has stated that he won't question Officer Dave. Photos of the aftermath were taken, and evidence was tagged and inventoried. Officer Dave's cruiser, a Ford Police Interceptor, had sustained heavy damage to its front push bar, passenger side headlights, and minor cracks to its front windshield. Debris was scattered across the cold Seattle pavement. 2 AirPods were found, presumably ejected from the pedestrian's ears at the moment of contact. Bodycam footage from Officer Dave's cruiser was inventoried and sent to the police archive to be reviewed during a pending internal investigation. Another police bodycam would later elevate this freak accident to the level of international scandal. Several witnesses later told what they saw from where they stood on the sidewalk that fateful night.
I was trailing behind them. We changed sides of the street to avoid a construction zone. They were ahead of me. They were crossing the street. We heard a siren. I heard a siren. I would have presumed the pedestrian also heard a siren. I observed them beginning to run, presumably to exit the roadway as they heard a siren approaching. And then I heard a loud thump, and I observed the police officer come to a halt. I was not far behind them, so I was coming into view of Dexter Street.
It was very quick.
You saw the collision. What happened after that?
So that person kind of got kicked by the car into the air, and they flew in the air about 10 meters in the northbound direction.
Certain factors were suspected to have contributed to the deadly collision. A construction site leading up the east of Dexter Street significantly obscured driver vision, and a partly see-through metal chain fence led out to the edge of the road. Orange construction barricades also partially obstructed view of the intersection from afar. The pedestrian was evidently already walking outside the crosswalk when Officer Dave began to approach in his cruiser. She was possibly wearing AirPods that could have made hearing police sirens difficult. Later analysis of the footage revealed that Officer Dave had performed proper collision avoidance, braking, and emergency steering to the center of the street. He'd initiated his siren appropriately moments before the collision. Unfortunately, the Ford Cruiser was too powerful to be slowed by a short period of braking, and the steering didn't effectively change the direction. Officer Dave is sent to the West Precinct and is met by Officer Daniel Otterer from the DUI squad, whose duties include investigating drivers for signs of impairment. It's protocol to have drivers evaluated in serious injury or fatality collisions. After completing his testing of Officer Dave, Officer Otterer concludes that Dave has exhibited no signs of impairment and is safe to operate a motor vehicle. Weeks later, police archivists were routinely going over body cam footage to prepare for internal review and analysis. In the process, they stumbled on a potentially problematic piece of audio captured by Officer Otterer's body cam immediately following his session with Officer Dave. The body cam had recorded Officer Otterer's side of a phone conversation with Mike Solon, the president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild.
Yep, totally. All right, brother. Well, yep.
I'm sure TCIS is. And he was good. He says, well, normally we don't give voluntary statements. And I said, hey, you're going to have to decide if you wanted to give a statement or not. But it does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on. Yeah, I mean, he's going 50. That's not out of control. That's not reckless for a trained driver. Yeah, lights and sirens. Yeah, well, there's some.
Bro, what are you saying?
Initially, he said she was in a crosswalk. There's a witness that says no, she wasn't.
Unfortunately, witness statements aren't always reliable. Clearly, the victim was in the crosswalk at the time of impact.
Said she wasn't
that
in the
witness
crosswalk.
could be different because I don't think she was thrown 40 feet either. I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
He is literally reconstructing the whole thing on a phone call.
No, it's a regular person. Yeah. Yeah, just write a check. Just, yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Apparently, Daniel was unaware that his body cam was still recording. Through extensive police analysis, it was determined that Officer Dave had been going upwards of 70 miles per hour and that the pedestrian had been flung nearly 140 feet. The body cam video was brought to light, allegedly by a leak to the media, and complaints from outraged citizens began pouring in. It turns out that Daniel Otterer's duties went beyond those of the DUI force. He also served as vice president for the Seattle Police Officers Guild. With pressure mounting, the Police Officers Guild issued a press release addressing the alleged misconduct. In it, they claimed that Officer Otterer's comments had been taken out of context. Within days, the Office of Police Accountability had received a complaint that alleged Officer Otterer had violated department policy. Officer Otterer initially requested a rapid adjudication, a mechanism of the police bureaucracy that would waive a full investigation in exchange for minor discipline, but his request was denied. Officer Otterer and Union President Solon were both promptly brought in to give official statements. They were interviewed by Sergeant Corey George of Seattle's Office of Police Accountability, a police task force that works to ensure professionalism and safeguard against unethical or inappropriate police behavior.
Your body-worn video captured a conversation between yourself and Officer Solon. Can you explain the content and context of the phone call?
I was finished and I was heading home. And we were talking about, because I had very limited information on scene, so I was telling what I kind of knew at the time, and those details always change during the course of an investigation. Mike or Officer Solon was talking about what could anybody do? What can anybody say about this? And that was kind of the context of the conversation. I remember earlier in the conversation where we spoke about, boy, it never stops. It's always something happening. We were talking about that. And then this was a conversation about maybe things we knew at the time, and then this is awful. What can attorneys possibly say about that? And that was the end of the conversation.
Were you aware that it was being recorded?
No, I was not.
It has been alleged that you violated SPD Policy Manual Section 5.001, Standards and Duties, Subsection 10, Employees shall strive to be professional. What is your understanding of this policy?
Strive to be professional after
I understand it very well. You don't want to do anything that could potentially diminish trust in the police department, cast doubt on an investigation, or cause a problem where the police department might have to explain something.
So you know exactly
do you believe that you violated this policy?
I did not violate that policy. It was a private conversation in a car alone that just happened to be recorded by my camera turning on, probably when I made a U-turn, or another car could have simply passed by.
Next came Mike Solon, Daniel's boss and good
so now
friend.
The boss is
At one point, Officer Otterer says she's dead and begins laughing shortly thereafter. Do you recall what you said to Officer Otterer to make him laugh?
I remarked on how he commented on how fast the officer was traveling and how she unfortunately was struck by the police vehicle and how that she hit the windshield of the vehicle. And I was remarking that she was more than likely dead instantly, which was a tragedy. And I said that the city is going to have to pay out a lot of money on this one. And that was the context of the conversation.
At one point, Officer Otterer mentions just write a check. Then he laughs for a few seconds and says $11,000. She was 26 anyways. She had limited value. Do you recall what you stated to Officer order to have him elicit that response?
Well, there was remarking on how the city is going to have to pay out a ton of money to the family in this tragic situation. And then how can the city, lawyers in general, speaking and negotiating on the city's behalf with the family, how do you put a price tag on human life? And that was the crux of the conversation.
You literally just put one on her yourself.
So you don't believe that any of the laughing was making light of the situation or laughing at the fact that somebody had died?
I think without context, just hearing the audio, which was unfortunately captured in a private phone call, you could have that as a reasonable takeaway. Police officers, we deal with tragedy almost on a daily basis. And we're human beings just like the next person. But we have to process these in a manner that allows us to go to that next tragic event. And humor and sarcasm is used for us as a coping mechanism.
In response to the events, the Seattle Police Department announced on September 28, 2023, that Officer Daniel Otterer would be reassigned to a non-operational position. Records show that over his 12 years on the police force, he had been investigated dozens of times for various incidents. The victim, Janavi Kandula, was 23 years old and a graduate student when she met her tragic death on Dexter Street. In September of 2023, Northeastern University in Washington elected to award their mourned student a posthumous degree. The King County Prosecuting Attorney's Office is currently conducting a criminal review of the crash.
953, unit up here.
Have you seen her before? Sir. Has he seen her before?
There's clothes in the boys' bathroom and the bag. He changed his clothes.
I'm about to lose my...
Wait, my kid shows up missing, and we didn't do anything or put him in a database. That's unacceptable.
Put your hands behind your back now. Okay. Are you kidding me right now?
When police in Xenia, Ohio receive a call about a strange man claiming to be the parent of a young girl at a kindergarten ice cream social, they can't possibly imagine the twisted depths of the man's motives, or what lengths he will go to conceal them and escape. The majority of the body camera footage in the following video has never been seen before, and information included in the video was obtained through actual police reports. On August 22, 2022, St. Bridget Catholic School was holding their annual orientation and ice cream social.
A Catholic school, man.
It was a time for their students,
unsettling.
preschool through 8th grade, to come in with their parents, get to know their teachers, and enjoy ice cream in a safe, welcoming environment. On this day, however, the environment was anything but
that safe environment is about
all
to change
because of
quick.
one man.
He's the one they're after, but I'm
After receiving a call that there was an unknown man posing as a student's father, several police officers raced to the quaint school and split into groups, trying to get to the bottom of the chaotic scene of frazzled teachers, furious parents, and terrified children. Of course, the questioning begins with the strange man at the scene.
What's going on, man? I'm Officer Peters. What's your name, my man? What is it?
Weed.
Weed?
Weed.
Weed? As in like W-E-E-D? Is that what it is? Okay. So what are you here for today?
His name is Weed.
People thought I was here to, I guess, follow somebody's child, but I'm having a lot of psychological problems.
You're having psychological problems?
Yes.
What kind of psychological problems are you having? Are you diagnosed with anything like that you know of or anything like that?
Possibly, like kind of, it's like a general diagnosis, but it's something that's gotten worse.
So what kind of psychological issues? Like what are you, in more of a description way, like what are you feeling?
Just answer the question already.
Paranoid. Do you know anybody here? You don't know anybody here? You don't know anybody's kids? Nothing like that? Okay, you from Xenia?
So he just showed up to a school knowing nobody.
Fairborn area? How'd you end up here today then? Like how'd you get to St. Bridget?
The suspect's hesitation and long breaks before answering questions is undeniably odd.
Yeah, that dude was
But is it because of his
question.
self-proclaimed psychological issues, or is that just an excuse to give him time to come up with an innocent cover story for being at an elementary school? As you'll see, he has some trouble keeping his story consistent.
Fairborn area. How'd you end up here today then? Like, how'd you get to St. Bridget?
Heading to a ER.
Okay, to GMA, like Green Memorial? Is that where you were trying to get to? Okay, how'd you end up here today? Like, did you walk from Fairborn, or like, how'd you get here?
Actually, I drove. I drove.
You drove here? Okay, is your car here?
Yeah.
The suspect is actually telling the truth here. His car is on school grounds, and what they will soon find in it is not only stomach-churning, but brings to question what disturbing secrets could possibly lie in this man's past.
Okay, do you have an ID on you, my man?
The police officer looks over the suspect's ID and confirms that his name is Reed, not Weed, as he agreed when the questioning began. He discovers that Reed is a 35-year-old native of nearby Fairborn, Ohio, and he has no arrests on his record, yet at least.
What drew you to come here? Because I'm just going off of what I've heard so far. They're trying to get more of the full story right now, but from what I've heard, you basically said that you knew a kid here, or you had a kid that went here. They asked you who that kid was, and you couldn't give him a kid name. And I'm trying to figure out why you're saying that.
To kind of say that I had a kid here.
So you came here, you gave a name with the J, right? Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
For what reason did you do that?
Bro, he literally could not name the kid earlier.
To be a part of the group.
Be a part of this group here? Was it more or less how to, like, why did you want to be part of the group? Because obviously you said you're having psychological issues, right? That you admitted to me. You said that you were trying to get the GMH, correct? And I'm taking that you drove by here and you saw everybody out here, correct? How did you, that's what I'm not understanding. So you drove here, correct? You're trying to get the GMH.
The cop is piecing it all
but it's
together.
not making sense how you ended up here and why you ended up here if you're trying to go to the GMH. So you
kind of where my illness kind of starts stepping in.
Okay, so you saw a group and you kind of got interested.
The officer is breaking it down for him perfectly.
There are a bunch of people over here and I said, well, I should come here and make me feel welcome. I talked to some of the parents and with their kids with them and asked them what grade they were and stuff. So, yeah.
How many do you think you
So he just admitted to approaching kids.
Just here. Yep, just here.
Families.
Yeah, just like family members asking people about their kids and how old they were, and what grade they were in, stuff like that. How many do you think you talked to?
Probably
7? So you said 7?
Yeah.
Okay, 7. So obviously, man, people are obviously a little worried.
A little worried is an understatement, and for good reason. Firstly, there's the principal of the school, Mr. Atkins, who gives his own account of what occurred that afternoon that was meant to be a stress-free, peaceful event for his students and parents.
That was supposed to be a nice
The
school
father
event.
and mother of the girl Reed Duran claimed to be the father of are behind him.
Into the building, he said he was the father of a daughter. So he was, as it turns out, it was his daughter. It's not his daughter. He has no relation here. He was fishing for information.
That's crazy.
And I became suspicious. And so then I found out this was the real father. So we found him out here, and he's got a story about he's looking for his daughter.
So the real dad showed up too.
But
this is getting crazy.
He latched onto that name. We don't know if it's a coincidence, if he saw it posted, if he went to the desk, but also it's very alarming.
Right. I've got other parents who know my daughter and said they watched him watch her in the classroom and see a picture.
So we don't know why, but it's definitely out of line, very inappropriate.
Out of line is putting it mildly, bro.
So
alarming.
When we walked in here, today's check-in day. We walked up to the door and there was a line of adults. I looked at him. I said, "You can go in." I thought he was waiting for a wife or something, and he looked at me up and down and kind of smiled and went to say hi.
He sized up the principal,
I said,
bro.
"Hey,
This dude is
stood over
scary.
my daughter's desk." He told me that he saw her picture, stood over my daughter's desk, and had conversations with her teacher about, "I will get this. What stuff do I need? She, where's your Kleenex? Where's your pencil? I'll get this. I'll get that." Are you the father? Yes.
He asked me, "Is this where the supplies go?" and pointed to the supply table.
Okay, and then are you teacher?
Mom.
This is my wife, and we have a daughter. You go in kindergarten here. She's in kindergarten.
This dad
I said,
is shook.
Who are
and he
you
should
here
be.
with? Who are you related to? He said, my parents. So obviously, I'm thinking, well, this is weird. So do you have a daughter here? He said, yes. I said, what's her name?
He literally
hesitated.
just
Finally
claimed
said,
someone else's
JJ.
kid.
said, okay, what grade? Went through that. So we walked down there to the kindergarten room. He started asking questions of the kindergarten teacher. Well, later, these are new parents. I didn't know them
He
yet.
was asking teachers
so later, I get
questions about
introduced to
kids that
them
aren't even his.
And I knew we got a problem because that was the name he was claiming.
The parents' and teachers' accounts of the events in the classroom turn Reed's already unbelievable motive for being at the elementary school into a downright impossible
This is
one.
about to get so much
But can
worse.
police get him to admit his real reason for being there?
Now I'm starting to get a little frustrated because you're not being completely honest.
Yeah, get on him. He is lying
You walked
about
into
everything.
that school today, sat behind a little girl and started talking to her. Didn't know anything about her, don't know anybody here, and you start talking to a little girl. What is that about? What is the reason for
Ask him
that?
Keep pressing him.
Just trying to better interact with people, I guess. But yeah, I know it's not normal.
No. To say the words to better interact with people. And
that is not a real answer.
Hear me out. And your way of doing that is to talk to little girls. Can you also see this right here? You see how frustrated they are? You see what I gotta go down through? I gotta calm them down. And the school and the world that I live in,
so much right
and the world that we all live in, and the way it's, like I said, schools are these days with it's going on within schools, the little kids' schools, and you pull this.
Bro, this detective is not playing around.
Your alibi of what you're saying makes no sense. I think you have your alibi. You had another attention here today. What is the real reason you came here?
Get out of here.
It's not here to be interact with people. I don't believe that. I don't believe that you just showed up here to show up here because you saw a group of people. What was the reason? What was the real reason why you came here?
I feel like I live by myself and I spend too much time by myself. So just again, I'm not doing very well psychologically. So I thought, hey, coming to a place that has where it's like, like a family environment. But I understand it's like not normal at all.
You throw it in with adults with their families, and then you walk into a classroom using somebody's kid's name, and then you go stand behind that little girl and you talk to her and you ask her questions. I think your alibi of what your intentions were completely different of what you're telling.
His alibi fell apart from the start.
Everybody, including kids.
Why kids? What's your age?
35.
Okay, you're 35. Why you want to interact with little kids? Who are
that's exactly
I'm looking at the age range of like 6 and
Ask him
10.
Again.
Why?
Maybe because someday I might be a dad and it's going to be like around children would be like good for me.
Bro, you are not having children.
I understand it's not. Indeed, I understand his anger completely.
Yeah, he's pissed. Pissed off, man. That's his child.
Clearly, Reed's story on why he was at the school is crumbling before his eyes.
To be furious.
To say the parents are angry is an understatement. And soon, they will have even more reason to be furious with him.
I need something done with him, and I would appreciate every information on him.
That parent is absolutely right. Get him out.
Sir, I understand you are very upset right now. All right, let's try to work through this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so one thing, and I said, I can't imagine what you're going through.
This officer got the patience
one thing
of a
I
saint
will
right now.
ask you to do is just step towards the back of my car. That way you stop looking at him, because the more you stare at him, the more you're going to keep yourself worked up. All right, and right now I want you to try to breathe and focus on.
What's the procedure? What's going to happen?
Good cop right there, keeping it professional.
I've already placed a call on my supervisor. He's going to give me a call so I can give him the rundown on this. Right now we have
registry, attempted kidnapping.
Bro,
I mean,
the officer is struggling to even explain
no, ma'am.
this.
Yeah.
So
you guys walk this far
without trespassing.
Trespassing, yes, we can. So we can trespass him from the property. We will type up what we can. Unfortunately, like going
my
through
kid shows up missing, and we didn't do anything or put him in a database. That's unacceptable.
It's not that you're not doing anything, ma'am. We are here. We're trying to work through this as best as possible. But we have to work within the confines
they need to
of the
move
law.
faster on this.
And there has to be certain elements of crimes met before we can do something. It's not
a parent. He told me he was his father.
If I turned my back for a second, he could have left with her. He told everybody
I have another
he was
parent.
her dad.
I have another parent saying he's eyeballing my child. Another parent that knows me and knows that's not his kid, and is looking at my daughter, sir. My daughter, sir.
As more horrible truths about Reed Duran's actions are revealed, the anger of everyone involved in the case continues to escalate.
Has a right to be furious.
I can't imagine what you're going through, but we can't just put somebody on a registry because he went into a school.
Bro, the parents are right to be furious, though.
I know he could have, but he didn't.
Doesn't matter. He could have.
So in the eyes
told people.
In the eyes of the law, it does matter. We can't charge somebody for what they may do. We can't.
He was in the process of it.
Until the act is committed, then
he
there's
was
no
telling people he is the parent.
And I understand that. All right. And there's, like I said, there's some things that I want to look into.
In the process of it.
The law doesn't see in the process of that.
The law is failing these kids right now.
I can't imagine the position you're in. All right. But let me have a little bit of time. But right now, like we can't charge somebody for what they may do.
It's pretty clear to me.
And it's pretty clear to police as well, especially when they take a look at what Reed has in his possession that doesn't belong to him.
All right, Reed. Obviously, this isn't your paperwork, correct? None of this is, right?
No, this is just...
So he had someone else's documents on him.
Hand me those. Thank you. What else have you taken from them today?
Nothing.
What's in that bag?
Oh.
Books? Are those yours books?
They already know what's in that bag.
Or did you take them from here? Because obviously you're taking something from the kids, and I'm starting to think this is not yours either. Is this yours or not yours? And be honest. Whose hat's this? Why are you taking little kids' paperwork for? What's that all about?
Why does he have their paperwork?
Reed's reasoning for picking up the paperwork is sickening beyond belief. The student's mother is the first to come to the horrific realization of why the paper's missing from her child's desk.
On the desk, which is blanks, it's for you to fill out and return to us. So there's nothing here that's informative.
He wanted the kids' personal information
on her name because he picked it up.
And that isn't the only thing that Reed took from the classroom.
I'm going to find out if those are your books, but I don't think they are. We'll find out. Because obviously you took some stuff from these kids and got their stuff.
It appears he took the paperwork meant for a parent to fill out so that he could potentially fill it out himself and pretend that the child was his. And that's isn't the only thing that Reed took from the classroom.
So, they're theirs?
There's the school.
They're the schools? Okay. So, again, you keep continuously lying to me. Over and over, man.
Literally everything so
far. And you expect me to believe your story. That's what I'm saying, dude. Just be clean. You come clean from it, dude. So we can get this over and done with. So we can go home and be done with all this. This is... I think like I said, I think your intentions are different.
Yeah.
I'm about damn certain that it was. What were you trying to do?
To be friendly with the kids.
The cop already
knows
what he was
friendly with the kids. You're still gonna live with that. Just be friendly with kids. Are you really having a psychological issue? Were you really trying to get the GMH? Or were you really just trying to get here?
Bro, he is not answering that question at all.
Just trying to come here? Okay. So GMH was never in the question. And that you were just trying to be friendly with the kids, and your intentions were here to just be friendly with the kids.
Nobody is buying that, bro.
After this, the officer interviewing Reed and the officer interviewing the administration meet to discuss their findings so far. Unfortunately, they aren't as far along in the case as the parents and administration would like them to be, and they are understandably desperate for justice.
Someone goes, yeah, so he does. says possibly might be schizophrenia.
You need to figure something out right now. You need to figure something out. I'm respecting you.
They need to figure it out right now for
Sir,
real.
you need to put him in the car.
Sir, you need to walk away. You need to walk away.
I need you to understand.
Sir,
Look at me. Sir, I am hearing you.
Sir,
He is
walk that way. Walk that way.
Did you hear me?
The parents are not having it, bro. I get it.
Walk that way.
Tell me you heard what I said.
That way,
Sir, I'm asking.
Walk that way.
Sir, come here. Can I speak to you?
Sir, sir, let me speak with my partner, please.
Parent, I really hate to interrupt again, but we got him sitting here. There's still kids around. He was trying to. We don't know what his intent. Well, we know what his intent was, but he didn't do it. Can we at least get him in the car, get him out of all these kids?
So I don't want to put him in the back of a car because then it's a.
Then it's what?
It's more
You're
of a.
not protecting the kids?
Sir,
I'm calling Stutes right now.
It's unclear exactly at this point why they cannot put him in the back of the car,
right now.
but it seems like the officers haven't developed a reasonable suspicion to detain Reed. Though this doesn't quite make sense given the circumstance, there may be some departmental policy preventing detention in a vehicle under certain circumstances.
We're trying to. We're putting him back in the car. Give us just a few minutes here. That's all I'm asking, so we can put him somewhere. Just not here. Just not here.
Sir, it's been almost an hour since he's followed my kid.
They need to figure this out now, bro.
I know you want me away from everybody. He's right there. All we're reading about is you want compliance, and I've done the best I can do, sir, per circumstances.
Can you go get the paperwork, please?
I am doing it the best I can do, and he is sitting there.
Step back this way, please.
What do you want from me?
I've already asked you to.
Bro, the parents are losing patience, and honestly, same.
That's all I asked. I didn't say lock him up or whip him. I said put him in the car.
I understand that. Right now, I need you to focus on your brain. I need you to break it down.
The dad is heated, and I get it.
Okay. Yes, I do.
We put a restraining order on him.
So that's not something that I can do tonight.
Can I speak to someone that can do something?
Bro, they can't even do a restraining order tonight.
I'm working with what I can.
What are you working with?
With trying to talk with you, to talk with the principal.
The dad is not having it, bro. I feel him.
6 people. This is creepy.
Okay, it's not a criminal act to be creepy.
At this point, Reed has stolen items from the students and pretended to be a father of a student. However, the impersonation issue may not be a chargeable offense by itself. Theft certainly is a criminal offense.
Bro?
However, this could be a procedural issue again, where the police don't have quite enough information to establish probable cause to effect an arrest.
It's not a... Sir, God, I hope that you are hearing me say sir and being... I'm about to lose my...
I know, and that's why I'm asking you to turn away from
that
him.
Father is about
because
to
I know that it's aggravating you, and I know it's
it.
amping you up. All right, I'm trying to do the things that I can to control the situation here. All right, I'm trying to get all of the story. I'm trying to understand what your guys' point of view. My partner's talking with him.
When you write this down, no disrespect, I cannot talk to you anymore, sir. I'm gonna lose my... about 5.
Clearly, no one is happy with the situation at hand.
That dad has been holding
Though
back
police
this
can't
whole
put
time.
Reed in the back of a police car, there is something they can do to further the investigation. With Reed's permission, of course.
So you drove here, correct?
With his permission. Good luck with that.
That's the red Hyundai Sonata.
Red Hyundai Sonata? Okay. I'm assuming 4-door?
4-door.
Is there any tinted windows or anything like that?
No.
Would you be willing to allow us to...
Oh, they're checking his car now, okay?
That's fine.
Okay. How about you walk with us up there then?
Okay.
While vehicle search can be based on probable cause, the issue here is whether they have probable cause of a crime being committed versus probable cause to search the vehicle.
Real issue right here.
Those are two different inquiries. Asking permission is an easy way to avoid any later objections based on a lack of probable cause. Items police are about to uncover within Reed's car will show the extent of the twisted life he's been living for quite some time. An officer locates something that piques his interest, and Reed latches onto it.
You user? You have a thing in there
to
about
find
recovery.
something wild in that car.
You user? What do you usually use?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? Okay. When's the last time you used? What else? Okay, what else do you use? Do you use cocaine or something
And
else?
now the drugs come out too, bro. What
pills?
a mess.
What kind of pills?
Downers.
Downers.
Variety, basically.
Gotcha. When's the last time you used, my man? This morning? Coke
This morning, bro,
or
he's
both?
cooked.
Both. So I take it that you take coke, you get too high, you take downer to come down?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you went to recovery before? Because also, like I said, you got recovery books in there.
Yeah, and
So he knows he needs help and still doing this.
I mean, it didn't work out long term, I guess.
Is there any coke in there, any pills, anything in there that we need to know about?
Maybe so.
Where at?
In the trunk.
In the trunk? You give us permission to look in the trunk?
Yeah. You can.
Cecil, you can look in the trunk, so there might be.
He just letting them search everything, bro.
At this point, they still haven't established probable cause for a vehicle search. The officers are being cautious here, so asking for permission to look in the trunk may prove critical.
Smart move,
How much
getting
is it
that
gonna
permission
be?
on record.
We're talking like an 8-ball, or are we taking just like minuscule amount? What are we talking?
Like 2 grams, probably.
2 grams of coke? How many pills?
20.
20. And it's just going to be a variety of downers, just like a variety of pills, different ones, or is it just going to be all the same?
Bro, just casually listing his whole stash.
Variety.
Variety. Okay.
Where would these be?
Where at in the trunk? Don't stand up. Where at?
Maybe underneath where the tire thing is, possibly.
Maybe and possibly.
Bro, what is underneath that
trunk? You guys want to search the entire vehicle?
We're searching the vehicle. You're not going to search it. So where is it at? Where is the last time you put it at?
I already got him talking too much.
Dude, I've caught you in like 30 lies already. Right. So you're pausing. You're trying to think. If you're trying to make up a story, don't. Tell him where it's at so he doesn't have to keep looking. So where's it at?
Tell them where it is already.
If it's in the trunk, where at in the trunk?
The officer continues to search the trunk and car, but oddly discovers no drugs. However, he does find something else that is deeply disturbing. Something police will be sure to ask Reed about soon.
Why are you lying to us right now? Now's the time to be truthful, to be honest with me.
Bro, he already caught you in 30 lies. Just talk.
Okay, you're shaking, pausing, thinking. That's not being honest. Tell me what's going on.
I'm not in my right mind.
What do you mean you're not in your right mind?
Bro, you lied 30 times. That's what's going on.
What drugs?
Like downers.
What do you mean downers? What do you take? What is your pill of choice?
Bro, he already told you this like 3 times.
You're lying to me. No, addicts know what their pill of choice is. Addicts know what their drug of choice is.
The officer is absolutely right about that.
Okay, other than generic common terms, explain to me what your high is.
It's like feeling energetic and like having energy to do things.
Okay, you're lying to me. Stop lying to me. I don't know why you were lying to me.
Bro, the officer is not buying any of this.
A specific drug, a Vicodin, a Percocet.
I don't even think that he's a user. I don't think you're a drug user. I think you're using that as a crutch or as an excuse.
Bro, he literally
so what are you doing here in
drug?
So what brought you to St. Bridget? Did you drive by, or was there a specific reason that brought you here?
There being a lot of families here.
So you knew there was a lot of families here?
He came there for the families. That's terrifying.
Okay, how did you know there was a lot of families here?
Because it's an elementary school.
But it's in the evening. It's Monday evening. What brought you here?
I looked up the dates that they have for when they are having these kind of events.
Okay. So what was your intent when you were looking that up?
They already know what he was doing here.
What were you trying to do? When you were looking up to see when their events were, to see when people were going to be here, was it people, children,
he was
families? What?
Planning this out.
Okay. So you came here specifically looking for children. Okay. All right. Have you ever been in trouble before?
I have not.
Okay. Was there a specific family or just children in general?
Bro, that question just hit different.
So you didn't know anybody here.
Just when it seems like police are getting somewhere after this sickening confession, they are once more interrupted. And the most shocking interruption isn't by who you're expecting. However, what the officers are about to be disturbed with is something that adds another layer of depravity to the case and makes Reed's revolting motives even more clear.
Sir, I'm going to ask you.
I can listen to his answers.
Sir, I'm asking you to step over there, please.
Another interruption, bro.
Sir,
let the man
step
talk.
over there. I'm asking you so I can conduct my investigation, sir. If you want all these answers, I need you to stop looking at him. I need you to stop staring at him.
Although the parents are understandably very angry and upset, what they are doing may have unintended consequences. Reed seemed to be just starting to confess, and he may clam up again and not give a full confession now.
I mean, come on. This is getting creepier and creepier.
Confession
out. There's clothes in the boys' bathroom and the bag. He changed his clothes.
Ma'am, do me a favor.
Sir, this is talking about...
Ma'am, do me a favor. Can you go with this officer, please? Can you go with this officer, please?
I'm not talking to
Bro,
this anymore.
let them do their job,
Put him in the car, sir.
Give us a second. What do you got?
Has he seen her before? Sir. Has he seen her before?
Sir, can you please step over there?
Can you please answer me? Has he seen her before?
What do you got?
Rapidly, the scene is unraveled around the police,
This whole situation
just
is
as it
falling
seems like
apart.
they're getting close to getting Reed to crack. Of course, the parents and administrators are horrified by what the discovery of clothing in the bathroom could mean for the innocent children at the school. While two officers discuss their findings so far, another journeys into the school to see what Reed left behind in the bathroom.
Were you out there when they searched his car? There's nothing in it. He kept saying there was he's like, I think there's coke and pills in there, and where he said they were, nothing's in there. So he's obviously clearly an impulsive liar about everything that he does. I mean, obviously he has like a recovery book and some stuff like that in there.
So the drugs were on the way too. What a shock.
We found of any significance. So is this any of your guys' stuff, or is this all his? Because this is like all Bible verses and stuff like that. So
That's his stuff. Yeah, he asked me to use the restroom. First thing he did.
Bible verses and recovery books. Bro, this guy is something else.
So I let him come in there, and I stood there and made sure nobody else came on. But I did not notice that he had different clothes when he walked out. Then when he came in.
you didn't realize it?
I didn't realize it.
Okay.
Just making sure nobody came or went.
Somehow this guy's not on some kind of offenders list.
Wait, nobody was even watching the doors.
Where do you be now? Yeah, does this have to put him on?
Unfortunately, I know no one wants to hear this. At this point, he hasn't touched anybody.
Wait, he hasn't touched anybody yet.
You know, done anything to him. Like I said, I know Cecil and Jones are going to look in the ORC a little more and see if they can find anything else and maybe try on him. But right now, it's done anything besides talk to a little kid.
I couldn't even tell you that. This is what he wearing, or he just brought it in and dropped it.
Like
Just
I
talking
said,
to a kid is still not okay,
it's
though.
not illegal to talk to a little kid, but it's also extremely, extremely weird. And the circumstances of coming to a school full of little kids.
After thoroughly searching the clothing and bag that Reed is believed to have left in the
So what did they
bathroom,
actually
the
find
police
in that
come up
bag?
seemingly empty-handed. However, back at the conversation with Reed on the sidewalk, they're about to get all the answers they need. Be warned, What you're about to hear is incredibly disturbing.
Can you pick up on your story where you left off with me?
With him?
With
here
me.
we go.
Where
This is where
were
it
you
all
with
comes
them?
out.
With him?
Yeah.
Why I was here?
Okay. And why were you here, sir?
Because of kids.
Okay. What do you mean because of kids?
Because I'm attracted to children.
Okay, so you're attracted to children. What were you coming here to do tonight?
It right there.
Walk me through what was going to go on tonight.
Kids.
Okay. Just anyone in particular? Was there a specific?
Just anyone in particular.
Okay. So walk me through when you got here. What happened?
He had a specific kid in mind, bro. This is sick.
I had a child that was going to school here.
Okay. Did you give a name or anything for the child that was going to school? Or?
I said.
Okay. How'd you get that name?
I just came up with a name.
He just made up a kid's name to get in.
Why did it have to be Jay?
Just the first name that popped, first letter that popped.
Is that honestly the truth? Because I think you saw that name or came up with that name some other way.
The cop is not buying any of this.
So how'd you come up with that name?
Just coming up with a name that goes with the letter J.
Okay, so why Jay? What was specific about Jay?
They said it's like the.
Okay, so what about a last name? Did you give a last name for
him hard on that name
for who you were here with? Just answer me. Stop thinking about it. Stop. So, did you give a last name?
Yeah.
What was the last name you gave? Okay, so how did you come up with that name?
He is digging himself deeper every single answer.
Okay, so was it online?
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew that name before you got here.
Both police and the family assumed that Reed discovered the child's name from the desk.
This is so disturbing.
However, as they're about to learn, the truth of how he discovered the kindergartner's name and posed as her father is much more horrific.
They asked me if I had a kid here, and I told them the name. And then
he researched a kindergartner online beforehand.
That kid would be going to school, and they said that she'd be going to this class. And so I pretended that it was my kid.
Okay.
He researched a real child and just walked
in. Did you interact with?
I did not. I just kind of behind her.
You were behind her?
Yeah, just kind of been near her.
Okay. Were you here for her or for anybody else, or was it multiples?
It was just her.
Just her?
Yeah.
All right, look at me. All right. How'd you pick her?
Just by.
Yeah, how did you pick her? Okay. That's the question.
Was this prior to tonight, or?
Yeah.
Okay. You said you were attracted to children, so you're a minor attracted adult. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps the officer uses the term minor attracted adult to make Reed feel as though his crimes aren't his fault, or aren't as serious as they truly are.
Right there.
Using this phrase, as disturbing as it is, may put Reed at ease, allowing the detective to get more information out of him.
So, what was your plan tonight?
Yeah, ask him what he was planning to do.
Okay. And what?
Sure.
Okay. Touch her how?
Inappropriately.
What do you mean inappropriately?
Something you do to an adult.
Hey, Peters.
Okay. And what would be the
detective is making him spell it out.
Like, why did you want to come here and take her home with you and touch her? Why did you want to do that?
Good, keep pressing him, detective.
It's a desire that I have.
With that gut-churning confession, Reed has sealed his fate.
Bro just admitted
Although,
it like
as you'll see in just a few moments, he's going to land himself yet another charge. Not once, but twice. First, however, the police have to get as much information on Reed's past as they can.
Good.
And those brochures and maps that they discovered he had in his car, they've brought some unsettling questions to the forefront of the officers' minds.
You said you looked online.
Oh, here we go.
Did you look at other schools or just this school? Or?
I've looked at other schools. So
okay.
I can't think of which ones I've looked at. But
other schools, okay. Bro. This was planned out.
Have you gone to any other schools?
Yeah.
What school have you gone to? What school or schools have you gone to?
I've gone to Chaminade, Julian.
Okay.
He's been to multiple schools, bro. This is terrifying.
Women there.
They have what? I'm sorry.
Girls there.
They have a lot of girls there?
That are young.
Okay. Where else?
He is literally scouting multiple schools, bro.
Like, what do you mean by, is it like in a general area? Is it further in the state? Do you go out of state? What do you mean by multiple cities?
I've gone
multiple cities, bro. How deep does this go?
States, but cities that are a couple states over.
Okay.
I went to Wilmington. I went to Denver Elementary. That's the one I can remember.
Multiple cities, multiple schools. This is a pattern.
Okay.
I've just driven past other schools and stuff.
Okay. Have you ever stopped in any other schools?
Yes.
The detective already knows the answer to this.
Have you taken girls from any other schools?
Yes.
Okay.
Reed's disheartening admission that he has kidnapped girls from other schools adds another layer of horror to this case.
He actually took girls
this
from other schools.
This brings up another question that yields a harrowing answer.
All right. So, do you take anything to jog your memory from these other schools? Keepsakes, momentums, anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you take?
Took a piggy bank.
He took a piggy bank from a child, bro.
Dressed up as a pirate.
Mr. Green it is?
Duran.
What is it?
Duran.
Sorry. Apologize. Would you be willing to come down to the station
he
and
just
talk
interrupted the interrogation.
Okay. All right. Yeah, why don't you come on?
Finally, police are able to bring Reed to the Justice Center for questioning, and things are about to take an insane turn. Notice they don't have him in handcuffs when he's placed in the car.
Him walk in freely
it seems
after
like
all
police
that.
have enough for a detention, but not an arrest. This enters a gray area where an arrest, if not justified, can taint anything learned during the drive to the station. Therefore, by asking him to voluntarily come down to the station, it can be argued that his participation in any questioning was voluntary and not a custodial interrogation. His future statements can potentially remain admissible under these circumstances. He swings from side to side in his chair, presumably overcome with anxiety. Soon he makes a terrible decision he'll likely regret.
Put your unit up here.
What terrible decision is he about to make?
Stop. Put your hands behind your back now. Okay. You kidding me right now? Put your hands behind your fucking back now.
His attempt to enter the officer lands him with charges of felonious assault and escape. At Greene County Jail, Reed makes some disturbing confessions. He tells officers that he intended to give the girl he wanted to kidnap a Starburst candy with a tranquilizer in it, then remove her from school after she passed out. Disturbingly so, when police frisked Reed before putting him in the cruiser, they discovered a bag with a Starburst inside it. According to the department, it wasn't found to have any illicit substances laced in it. Reed was put under arrest immediately after attempting to assault the officer on the scene, and from there, his desperation only grew.
That coming for real.
At his arraignment, his fingerprints, DNA, and photo were taken, but he refused to allow these to be collected. Instead of complying, he made yet another bad decision.
Bro, another bad decision. This guy does not learn.
Are we serious, dude?
His attempt to flee raises an eerie question. Did Reed fear that providing his DNA would expose previous offenses?
To something worse.
It seems that only time will tell. In September 2022, he pleaded not guilty to attempted kidnapping, felonious assault, and escape. In February of 2023, he was deemed competent to stand trial.
Competent?
At the time of this video's posting, it's unknown when the trial will take place. At the very least, it seems he will be incarcerated for a long, long time.